Hey guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCinformer YouTube channel. I'm hoping that I can see you all there. If you guys don't mind, give me a little thumbs up. It's been a while since we've been doing this, but if you guys don't mind, give me a couple comments. Give me a thumbs up. I'm showing an excellent connection. Let me know you're hearing audio, and I'm showing I got a good audio signal. Make sure it's loud enough and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if this will come up. I'm showing it's going, but I'm not showing anything reading out. So if you guys can see me okay, let me know. I've got 16 guys. We jumped from 8 to 16. I'm still looking to see the chat log here. If you guys are there. Oh, here, let me go live chat. There we go. Maybe that's... there we go. Okay, I'm seeing the chat log. So if you guys don't mind, thumbs up. Give me some comments. Let me know that you guys are reading this okay and you got good volume and there's nothing impeding the live thing, because I don't want to start until you guys can actually hear me okay. So let's see what we got. Got Gooniac here. I know Victor showed up here, one of the first guys here, or Mike Bird. Mike Bird was here last night. He kind of clicked early. So let's see, I'm looking at my screen here. Let's see, Victor's here. Lorene Nye's in the house. What do we got? What is that? Meticulous Al. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, I've been waiting for this one for a while, folks. I mean, I've had it, but I haven't got sent to the wrong place. We'll talk about that. Got 25 guys here. Let's see. Mike Bird, EQRC, Gooniac is here. What's up, Rich? Good day. Yeah, long time no see. I've been busy, guys. I've been flying all over the world, so I've been swamped with that. So, but I got some vacation coming up here real soon. Probably this week, next week too, or definitely Christmas week I'll be around. So me and Wesley will probably be out flying a bunch. Let's see what we got. Eli RC, got John Thomas, Chris Dolan. Let's see, who else we got? Rodeo Pilot, Martin Sandvix. That's a hard one. What nationality is that, Martin? Anyway, let's see, Chris Dolan. Where's the F-86? Right here. It's in the box. I haven't even opened it. We're going to get it out. So, but I want to talk about a couple things first. I've been investing, folks, most of my time working on the new flying site. So I've been really working real hard at that. For those of you guys that have not seen that yet, I'm sure most of you all have. We did get our own field. I got my own flying facility, and we're going to, have people out there and do events and shoot all our video there and stuff. And in fact, here, I'll throw the, if you guys hadn't watched the videos there, check it out. I'll put, I'm going to activate that on the screen now. So if you guys go to the RCinformer YouTube channel, check out all our videos. You'll see this video right here where it says FRIA approved, because we did get our own FRIA, we got our own field. That would be the first video to watch where you guys can see what the new field looks like. So anyway, check it out there. Put a little Tom Cruise there in the beginning when he was amazed that he had his own airport. So same kind of thing. So be sure to check that out, this video, and there's another one that we put out, and we'll be putting out more in the field. Right now I'm focused on building a building out there. So we're going to have our own flight line, building, clubhouse, whatever you want to call it, where we can all fly from and stuff. So we'll be talking to you guys about that as the time goes on. So be sure to check that out on the RCinformer YouTube channel. Also, we did this video. Let's see if I can get to that. Let me see if I can back off on this here. That was the first one. And we've flown a bunch of stuff out there, the B-25. Then there's this video where it shows us going up to the field. Me and Wesley building, and a bunch of other guys all building the runway. We did a temporary runway out there that you guys will be able to see. I'm just flipping through. Pat Hartness, Triple Tree, all that stuff. So be sure to check those videos out of the new field going up. They've been there for a little while now, but and we're, like I said, we're building it up. It's going to be really cool when we're done with it. And that's just our temp runway there from a drone footage and stuff. So a couple things to show you guys today. Let me go ahead and put this on pause, and I'm going to jump out of this screen so you guys can see what's going on here. Let me see who else is. Let me see who else is in. Let me hit my hotkey there and get rid of that. So yeah, I got the SABRE to show you guys. Again, I haven't even opened this, and we'll be doing that here shortly. Let me get to my screen here. I can see lots of guys here. Oh, cool. 33 guys in the house. Very good. Jess Harris is here. Chris. Gianluca Mancini. All right, cool. Beautiful plane from Rome, Italy. All right. Got guys from Rome here. That's awesome. I was just in Munich, Germany about 2 weeks ago. So I flew in there and right after the snowstorm there hit. So got to see some cool stuff there. Let's see. Who else we got that's different? Guniak, Meitberg, Chris Nolan. So guys, please comment, ask questions, throw stuff in there. Guniak, we'll have to come back doing some full-scale spotting over my place. Oh, F-35 doing training. Okay, that's cool. All right, cool. So Guniak's got some planes going on. Rich, when do you think you will put down the final runway? Final runway is going to go in after the building. Because if we do the runway and then they do the building, the runway and the building are going to be kind of near each other. The equipment they're going to have to bring in to build the building, they're probably going to tear up the runway. So we got to wait till the building goes up, then we can grade, level, and then we can put the final runway. The temporary runway right now is set up there just as a test bed because we need to know if the seaming method we put is going to hold. So far it's held up real nice. And that material that we're using seems really cool. I mean, it's pretty awesome. We just need a level surface under it, and we intentionally just left it rough. We put it on the grass because we wanted to see worst case scenario, what would it be like. But with that stuff graded, I mean, it's going to be flatter than you can imagine. So it's going to be really, really nice. So, okay, before we get into the SABRE, which we're going to get into soon, I want to throw a few things at you guys. I had 2 new sponsors kind of come up and ask me, they kind of approached me and asked if, you know, I would show a couple of things. So right down here, you'll see SterlingKit, and right that way, Medieval Brick, like right here. There they are. So I put their 2 logos up there. I got links below for all their stuff. And what it is Medieval Brick is this company, and I'll do a little test here of my my upper thing. They make a lot of cool building block sets, you know, similar to Lego, that kind of thing. And they asked if I could help show off their stuff. I got links below for all this stuff, so you guys want to check these out, you know, check them out. And I'm going to be making some videos of this. This is a LEAP turbofan engine. It's a Lego version of one, and it's electric, and it's powered, it's cool. So just like anything else, like any other kind of building block set, everything's in there. You got instructions here. You scan with your phone, and you put this thing together. So it's pretty slick. It's essentially a cutaway, okay, of a LEAP turbofan engine for you know, a high bypass fan engine for airliners and stuff. So, you know, I'll throw a quick shot up here, guys. You can see what this looks like. So, you know, if you go to the Medieval, they mostly have castles and stuff like that. But if you go to Medieval Brick, they've got a lot of cool aviation stuff here, which is why they asked me to partner with them, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. You know, because they have neat stuff. And this thing's actually electric. So if you guys see I'm going to try to click on this in such a way that hopefully you guys can see this decently, but that's just one picture. But you see, you can open it up, and the inner workings of the thing are there. There's some shots of the engine, and great display and cutaway type engines. You know, great display model of a cutaway of a LEAP turbofan engine. It's a Lego version, or a building block type version of it, and it's electric and it spins and all of that stuff. So a lot of cool stuff. They've given me a good discount code for you guys. I will put that discount kit, guys, is below. So let me switch my view here. So if you guys want to check this stuff out, Medieval Brick down below. I got the site. Now again, I'm going to be showing you guys hopefully more of this stuff as time goes on. That's what it looks like in the box. But check this out. This is what I really want to show you guys. Is that if you guys look at, and I'm going to go here to other things, and this is hard to find. I've asked them to update their website, okay? So it's easier to find this stuff. But if I go to, I'm going to click on this theme link here, because they carry a lot of, as you can see right here, I'm going to get past this here. They've got castles, Star Wars stuff, you name it. They've got all kinds of cool building block sets, but they do not have an aviation or an airplane kind of section. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to show. Let me show you this here. I'm going to click on one of the castles and go there. And this is how you find stuff. If you go down this column on the left side, and this is why I'm showing you this, because they got cool stuff here that are buried in here and it's hard to find. But if you look at this column on the left side, kind of right here, and you go to, where the heck is it? They got warships. They've got, shoot, where was that? Military scene. And I don't know why I asked them to put an airplane link here, but check this out. You go to the military scene section, and you first start seeing some military stuff here, okay? Tanks, scenes from World War II, but check it out. They got this Jolly Green Giant helicopter, and then check it out. This Eurofighter is super nice, and as you go down, they've got a Dark Star, they've got this Valkyrie. Again, I know it's not RC, but they're really nice kits for building, and they usually have sales going on. And again, guys, I've got a discount link below, and they often have discounts that are better, but if you use my link, it supports the channel. We get a little commission out of it, of course, you know, but they offered it to me. It's really nice, but this Dark Star is cool. And check out this Valkyrie. I just want to throw this all out at you so you can see this. This is a beautiful model. I'm going to try and get one of these next, but it's really nice. 1,800 pieces to build this thing. So, and it does have landing gear, so it has, you know, you can see there it comes with the gear, and I think it's got a stand too. Yeah, so really nice building block sets, folks. I mean, I was impressed when I saw this. The wings droop and all that kind of stuff. But as you continue on down here, you can see they got battleships, the Bismarck, Yamato from World War II, F-35. Again, some more military scenes. Check this out. A Carrier Enterprise right here. Chinook, Su-35, Su-37 Terminator, so with the canard, so really nice building block sets. And then there's a page 2, let me click to that. So there's a lot of stuff to be found, but there's obviously not a direct, you know, sometimes a direct link for planes. So I asked them to add that, but check this out. They got a Tornado, F-22 Raptor, I got a really nice Avro Lancaster. This thing is cool, with a Supermarine Spitfire. So, you know, nice stuff. Some of these are really slick. Here, I'll zoom, I'll get right here so you can see this. So if you guys are interested in building block aviation type kits, they've got some cool ones here that I've never seen before. So again, when I saw this, I said, okay, let me bring this to you, because they wanted to get their word out. There's a Kamov helicopter, Russian helicopter, that's got the twin rotors, counter-rotating props, F-16, got some cool tanks and stuff. So really neat stuff. They also got a plethora of Star Wars things, and oh my God, it's unreal, the kind of stuff they have. So anyway, I wanted to point that out to you guys. I'll be showing this to you guys from Medieval Brick, this CFM turbofan engine. And all you gotta do is look up CFM LEAP, because that's what this is. It's a CFM, it's a model, or, you know, a Lego version of a CFM LEAP engine. So, and this is used on airliners. You know, you can see the LEAP engine right there. There's some really good shots of it right there. So again, great kind of cutaway, you know, internal look at an engine, but it's also fun. You can build it. It's pretty easy. You know, it takes some time probably to put this together, because it is, shoot, I think it is 1,800 pieces or something. Anyway, you can also directly look for things on their site. So, so if I went, you know, CFM, for example, just to find the CFM LEAP engine, it'll take you right there. Or it'll pull it up, and same thing. You can type in Valkyrie, you can type in a specific airplane, and it'll find it. So really neat, again, cutaway display of this engine. So there we go with that. So let me see if you guys got any questions about any of that stuff. But again, they approached me and asked me, hey, would you be willing to show this stuff off? And I was kind of like, yeah, that's neat stuff. You know, I was impressed with it, because they were really cool, you know, really cool model type things. So anyway, let me get this page out of here. This is my screen to look at and watch you guys doing your, you know, making comments and stuff. So let me pull that out of here. And then another thing I'm going to show you guys, let me get back to the full length. I'll put this aside for now, and we're going to get to this. Like I said, I'll probably throw a video out there. I might even do a live on it here coming up during vacation and show it to you. Second one is this. This is super cool. This is cool. I'll show up my upper camera there once again. This is a engine man. This is a WS-15 turbofan engine. This is super cool. Check this out. This is coming from, and if you guys look right, I'm going to try and do this, right here, SterlingKit. I got links below. They have some of the coolest engines and stuff. They've got, again, instructions that you scan with your phone. The instructions come up on your phone. And check this out. Again, another cutaway display engine. And these are the kinds of things I'm going to have at the RCinformer field, because these are kind of STEM related. You see the turbine blades and stuff, and you build this. It's got lots of ball bearings in it. Really nice. You can see in there, there's lots of bearings for this. This is all electric, and it spins as a demo slash, you know, kind of display model. And I'm going to throw that up here for you guys to see on the actual website that they have, okay? And again, they approached me and said, hey, we'd love you to show off some of our engines. And I said, yeah, cool, let me show you that stuff. So again, I got discount codes below, I got links below for all this, but check out some of the other engines they've got, high bypass and all that. So now this particular engine, the LEAP, or the, not the LEAP, but the WS15, they sell it in a lot of places. They do sell it at Sterling. And I think I got a discount code below. I don't remember. But anyway, if you scroll down, you'll find out that this WS15, this is the new upgraded engine for China's J20. Okay, it's I guess it's a China-made engine. But this is their new, you know, for their J20 fighter jet, which, you know, anyway. It goes into a lot of detail on that. But anyway, cool engines there. I just wanted to show you this. Again, they reached out, asked me to demo this stuff for you, show it to you. And then SterlingKit itself, if you guys look, I'm gonna scroll to another page here. You go to their main website, look at the stuff that they have at this place. I was totally impressed. I've seen a couple videos online of some of this stuff, but they have some really, really high-end, like gas engines and stuff. They've got V8 engines, they've got cutaway display engines, they've got miniature V8 engines that actually run. So I'm going to scroll to some of that just for you guys to see. Again, I was impressed with a lot of this kind of thing. There's 4-stroke engines. They keep throwing this rewards thing up that's getting in the way. And I'm trying to show you guys some of this stuff. So here, if I click on, let me click on that just for the heck of it. That's a 4-stroke gas engine. Let me see if I can go to that and see what I can pull up for you guys and see what they have. These are awesome. Now, they're not cheap, guys. This is some expensive stuff, but very nice. These are some of these are actually water-cooled engines, like real engines. You know, they're miniatures, but and there's some demo videos they have of all these things. They've got V8s and all sorts of different engines that actually run. So they're expensive. These get into the thousands of dollars. Some of these, some of them are plastic cutaways and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, check out SterlingKit. Cool stuff. I think they might have an aviation section here. Let me look and see. Over on the left. Let me see what they've got. I don't remember the exact cutaway or the exact, here, what do they have here? V-twin, here, V8. So you can go to V8 and click on those, and it'll just pull up the V8s, I guess, small blocks. But these are ones that you actually hook up gas or glow fuel to them and run them. And again, they got some plastic display models that are cool just to see the inner workings of engines and stuff. So I fly planes, so I'm an engine guy, you know. But these are nice. I mean, look at the stuff they have. Anyway, cool stuff. I got a link below, guys. If you're interested in any of this stuff, you know, please check it out. Please use my link. That helps us. That supports the channel at no cost to you guys. Let me go to the main page again, and let me see how this, it says all collections, and you can go to different things. So when you go there, you can scroll over to here, and here's where you can go to turbofan and just look at all the actual aviation-related engines. This one's a new one, the upper left-hand corner. Some of these are high bypass. This one is, I think, might be a General Electric turbofan. There's one that's a, that's a really high bypass fan. That might be a Trent engine. But anyway, lots of cutaway displays. PT6 used to fly a Beech 1900 that had a reverse flow free turbine PT6 engine, but lots of cool stuff here. So anyway, just wanted to point that out to everybody just before we get fully, you know, into this whole thing. Just to give you guys a little view of, you know, some of these things that I will be showing you here in the future. So let me kill that window, get rid of that. Again, check these out, SterlingKit. They're very awesome. They're very neat. And I just want to show everybody that kind of stuff. Let's get that. Go back to our regular thing. And we'll put this aside. So check them out. Again, 2 new sponsors, really cool places to get cool kind of aviation stuff. Again, not RC, but really neat stuff. I'm dying to get into this, and like I said, here on the holiday, well, I got some time. I'll probably assemble these at home during the Christmas break. It'll be fun. I'll film it, throw a video out. Maybe even go live and do this live or something. It'd be fun to put this one together live. This would be cool to do live. The other one probably gonna take too long because it's, you know, it's building block type stuff. So, all right, on to the F-86 Sabre. Let me see if anybody's got any questions at this point. I hadn't really been looking at this thing, so let's see what we got. What do we have here? Let's see. Cool. Let's see, what do we got? Great, Rich, going to be awesome. That's cool. Impressed. Brilliant. Yeah, they got neat stuff, folks. Yeah, times when you can't fly, like right now, it's raining outside. So, and it sucks outside. It's horrible weather. So that's one of the reasons I'm getting to the live show. Okay, let's get to the F-86 SABRE. Anyway, where's the aerodrome? Shabo 857. It's in Bushnell, Florida. It's kind of on the I-4 corridor south of Ocala. And we'll be inviting people out as time goes on. We're going to have events, shows, cool stuff going on there. So, you know, stay tuned because we're going to have cool videos coming as we build it up and so forth. So, Victor RC Jet, let's see what he say. The F-16 is just too good. This price is low for such a perfect jet. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We've known, guys, that this thing was coming for a year. And I actually would have had this 2 weeks ago. In fact, it was delivered to me 2 weeks ago, this plane. But it was delivered to one of FMS's car reviewers accidentally. Apparently they've got like 4 reviewer guys they work with or something. All with the name Richard is the first name. So there's new people at FMS. They accidentally sent my plane to a car reviewer, and he was like, "What's this thing doing here?" I guess. So anyway, well, we put some posts up, and it was cool, and we got it out there. We knew what it was going to be like. We knew how cool it was, but unfortunately, I didn't have it for you Thanksgiving weekend. I was going to have it then. I was all ready to do it, and then when I saw it got delivered, and then I said, "Oh yeah, the address that it got delivered to was Amherst, Ohio." So the guy that got it probably knows who he is. You know, he's like probably like, "Oh yeah, I got Richard's plane or whatever." So anyway, we're going to open this up. You guys can check this out. My first time seeing it. So I know there's been some videos put out, but I hadn't really watched. I watched little clips of little things here and there, and I watched the basic assembly. But you guys can check this out all over. A lot of places have it. It's out of stock now at most places. So let me get this thing out of here. Let me get the box out of the way. As you guys can see from here, this is, throw that right there at the camera. You can see there's 2 versions. There's the Huff and the Sky Blazer. I think I'm showing you the Sky Blazer here today. They wanted to send me the red, white, and blue one to show that off to you guys, and we'll get that out of here. So there she is, new to you guys, new to me. I know there's been some videos out on it, but we're going to get it up and rolling right now. So what I'm going to do real fast before we totally blast into this thing is I'm going to throw this thing up here and get you to the main page of FMS. Let me throw this up here. So this is the FMS main page. You guys can see they're promoting this big time, even though they're sold out. They sold out right away. They will be back in stock, folks, if I'm not mistaken. They're supposed to be back in stock around Christmas time. So, you know, if you guys want to get one of these, please use my link below. Got discount codes, 5% off new release items. So, you know, check it out. A lot of guys use that. We did a post, and a lot of guys bought this, even though we didn't have the plane. We put up a post, and a lot of guys went, "Holy crap, that's nice." And we've been waiting this for so long. So the guys that bought it using my link, thanks for doing that, guys. I really appreciate that, even though we didn't have the plane yet. We're going to give you the whole scoop on it here live, and then we'll be taking it out, you know, to fly it for everybody. So just to give you guys a little rundown on the website here, you know, you can get it in this, again, the Sky Blazers, or you can get it in the Huff paint job, which is has the dragon on the side of it. Both are cool. It seems like the red, white, and blue one is more popular for some reason. I love that dragon on the side, but they're both cool paint jobs. Really easy to see both of them. So if you guys go through this, check this out. It'll show you all the realistic details on the website, and I'm going to show you all that stuff right now. And I'm going to be seeing it sort of for the first time too, even though I am pretty familiar with the plane. So again, be sure to check this out. I am going to click back though. I'm going to go to the FMS main page here. I'm going to go to something that doesn't have video rolling in, so it doesn't stagnate our video. Let me see if I can get to, I think this will speed us up here a little bit. So I don't want to have something running in the background so while we're doing this, because like I said, it could slow down the speed of everything here. So all right, so let me close this window up and we can talk about this awesome SABRE here. I'm already screwing up my rubberized mat here on my electric desk. They got these on sale, guys, at Costco if you guys want one. They got the white version of the electric desk here that goes up and down. And there we go. So let me, oh, this was for the engine man thing. Oh, I got to put that back in there. I don't want to lose that. Let me stick this back in. Left that out. Let's see. Let's put that back in there. All right, here we go. Taking a close look at this thing. We can telephoto into that, and you guys can see how that thing looks. There it is. Okay, it's powerful, stable, rigid, all that fancy FMS jargon on the side. There's your two paint jobs on it, Sky Blazers, and the Huff. So let's see what it's got on the other side. It goes through all the specs right here, and beautiful airplane. I mean, they really did a killer job on this. Even has speed brakes. Really neat. You can see those right here, and we will get this out. So, got your two options there, of course, SABRE. You've got your Huff and your Sky Blazers. Now, the Sky Blazers was flown by Dale Snodgrass, so he was a famous F-14 guy, and he also flew this at air shows. So, he passed away several years back, but he was famous for flying the F-14. So let's get this thing out of here. I'm going to try and let me get my question log up here so I can try to follow, do my best to follow along with you guys leaving chats and messages and stuff. So let me try to put this up where I'll be able to see it as we're sort of talking about it. Now this plane, guys, it's available at a lot of places, and I put a lot of links below. The only problem is locally here in the USA, what does that say? Shadow Op says, we have dual audio, Rich. What does that mean? So you guys getting, Rich, your audio brother, something's playing in the background. Here, let me kill it. Yeah, here, let me see. You guys are you getting dual audio of my voice, or are you getting something else? Let me cancel whatever else. I see what's probably rolling. Here, this is what's going on. All right, how about now? Let me know if you guys are good now. That's probably what was happening. Let me turn the volume down here, and let's see what you got. Let's try that now. All right, let me go down to, let me get rid of that, and I think I got you guys now. I think we're good. Take a look now. See if you're just getting the single audio there. There, fixed it. Okay, yeah, there was something running in the background. Sorry about that. Here, what does this say? Sounds like something's running in the background. Yeah, I saw that there. Let me grab my thing here. Let me look at something. There's a couple comments that I'm going to... Craig Bevan says, someone used bad language, so they cut it out. Yeah, somebody's leaving nasty comments, and they're all being... They're being rejected. So sorry, guys. They're rejecting you. Someone named Craig Bevan, so he gets rejected. So I don't know what the heck he's saying. So let's see what they say. Using bad language. There we go. All right, guys. So we're gonna get this out of the box and check your audio. It must have been when I threw that plane video on there. There we go. All right, guys. Here we go. Good audio now. We're rolling. Let's get this out. I was pumped 2 weeks ago to show you all this, but it just was not to be. So anyway, I got a lot of links, guys, for this all over the place. About the only place that I know that you guys can get this right now is like in Europe, specifically Turbines RC. And you guys will see right below here, I put Fair RC, Hobby Zone, even down below Turbines RC. A lot of places have this. So Turbines RC over in Europe. Florent and Fabrice, they run the place there. They do a great job. They got pretty much every plane known to man. They've got this in stock. So if you guys want this in Europe, I got a link below. Again, please use it. It helps the channel out, and we appreciate the help. So let's see. Yeah, we've been working with Fabrice over at and Florent over at Turbines RC. We were actually the first affiliate link that they were using, affiliate marketing guys. So they're really nice to give that to us. So they've been real awesome. So there we go, folks. That's how it looks in the box. Let me try to get this around here for my sort of upper view so we can get that squared up and everybody can see how we're doing all that. I'm going to get my head out of the way. Try to arrange that so y'all can see that. That's how it comes in the box, wings. They used to put plastic around a lot of stuff. They don't do that so much anymore. I don't really need it. The way they're packaging things now, it's not really necessary. I'm going to try and pull out some of the smaller stuff here first. There's a bag down in here that's got, looks like that's got antennas, slide-on antennas. This is all screwed together. Screw-on pitot tube, check that out. And really, really cool. Let me see what else is in there. Let me try and zoom for everybody. Yeah, there we go. That's like a better shot of it. Looks like you got an elevator Y harness, a couple Y harnesses of sorts, and we'll get into all that. All the screws, it's all screwed together. I don't think there's any gluing on this. But nice fins there to slide on, antenna fins and stuff that just go into place. So anyway, let me back out of that zoom there. I'm going to take this. I'm going to throw it in my ERNST tray, guys. As you guys know, I use these ERNST trays for pretty much everything. So I put all my parts in there or in the bottom of the ERNST stand, which I got a couple ERNST stands. We're going to see what fits in here best. So let me get rid of that. Throw that over there. And let's get this thing open. Let's see what we got here. Let me go to my upper view here. Switch over to here. We're going to just carefully cut that open there. Cut this open here. Let's do that. Very cool. Flip it. Flip it there. Let's do this. Cut that way. Cut this way. Their packaging has gotten so much better. It used to be really, it's always been really good, but it's gotten so much better. They've gotten really kind of mastered it in doing it so they hopefully don't damage the planes. But we'll take a look at how this went in there. So just a hobby knife to cut across. There we go, getting that in there. All right, you guys still getting good audio? It was the video audio you shared. Yeah, sorry about that. Got that all squared away, I hope. So, wish I could get you guys live on here, video or audio, so you guys could talk to me other than somebody making a call over to me. So, all right, so here we go. Let's get this all out of here. Let's lift this up carefully, get all this stuff out of here. This is nice, guys. All retractable gear, all machined aluminum. Really sweet. So that's fantastic. It's very rigid, just like all FMS stuff is. There's a lot of spar, a lot of internal spar in there. Yeah, I can barely even bend that. Very nice. Looks like retractable aluminum, retractable gear, compression. Super nice. Same wheel, it looks like, or similar wheel, I think. Yeah, it looks like the same wheel they use on the A10. Same one they use on the BA Hawk. Probably the same one that they use on the Super Scorpion. And then I put these on the Freewing F-14 because they were really good in scale for that. Check out that submerged flaps. Very cool. Very nice how they did that. The finish on this is fantastic. I mean, they're smoking it. They're cooking it. Look how nice the hinges are on this thing now. See, they've actually got a submerged style hinge with actually really nice traditional type hinges, which are actually, there's probably a carbon fiber or fiberglass rod running through the metal with actually have like probably nylon hinges inserted into there. So, but look at the travel you can get out of that. Not sure you're going to need that much, but wow, look at that. And it's very free floating. Very, very nice. Super awesome detail there. Very nice lens cover. Super nice. So, again, folks, not like the planes of the old where you had a one piece, you know, just sort of a printed wing. You know, you've got one piece here, which is actually the main wing. You've got a separate piece here that hides the hinge. You've got the aileron in two pieces. One piece here, you can see the seams, and then one piece right along here. So you've got a 1, 2, 3 piece aileron in addition to the wing. And then you got your plastic parts, your components, all that stuff. And then the flap is sort of one piece here. That is a sort of a standard traditional laminated foam hinge, but it's a separate part. It's not part of the wing. They have to glue that on. And this is all man hours. That's why the price of this stuff seems to be going up or seems to be higher. Plus all the other crap that's going on in the world. It makes this stuff cost more. But there's more engineering into this. So your main wing spar block is here. This is plastic. I mean, that's where your spar tube goes in. And check out the wing connector, folks. That's a nice metal, you know, connector that goes in there. So really awesome. Separate piece of foam right here. So again, multiple pieces of foam. This is another piece around the landing gear right here. Nice detailed door. I tell you, the blocks are impressive. I'm going to zoom in on this. The landing gear blocks on this darn thing are impressive on its own. My camera's rocking a bit. Sorry about that. But these blocks are super impressive how nice the detail is on those. So plastic fitting here. Again, plastic here. Plastic here. These are all really nice machined or injection molded plastic parts, I should say. So really cool stuff. Servos in there ready to be hooked in. Flap servo, aileron servo. So we'll get that all up together, fired up. They did good with the tape. This is all a big piece of tape, this thing, it looks like. This whole U.S. Air Force thing. These are all just individual stickers. Very slick, very slick. And look, there's a landing gear doubler here. This is plastic. But rivet detailing, look at that. Really nice. Very impressive. Super, super cool. Yeah, this might be one of the best FMSs made for sure. You can just tell by looking how nice that is. So, all right, let's put that aside. And you can see that. I'm just going to stick that. I don't have a lot of space here. I got all these other FMS planes here. Let's see. I'm going to slide this right over here. Let's put that down. Hopefully the cat doesn't come over. The cat's over there sleeping. The cat is probably going to harass me at some point. So here's your instructions. There they are. Throw the top view on. You guys can see that. There's a manual. What do we got? This shows you some clevis and linkage stuff. So we'll mess with that. It looks like there's a clevis for the flaps and a ball link for the aileron, I think. So they call it a ball head. And there's all the parts and all that. But we'll put that aside. Throw that down here. A little bit of foam padding here. And there's your other wing. So here's a quality inspection sticker. This was the who inspected this. So, you know, if you can read that, great. All right, let's put that aside. There's the other wing. Pull that out of there. Same deal. Nice quality. I didn't point out too. Here's where there's some tanks on this thing. There's a plastic component here where I guess there's some drop tanks on this that we can slide on there and extend the range of the airplane. So, but this wing looks nice, just as good as the other one. Wow, the finish on that is spectacular. They did such a nice job on that. So let me take that and let me put that to the side as well. I'm going to stick that one right over here with the other one, maybe. I just don't want these to go flying down the stairs because the stairwell's right over there. And then let's open this up. Let's take the top off of this and we'll dissolve into that. And you guys can see the innards of this. So check that out. That is a beauty. Wow, look at that. That's so nice. Little push button here for your canopy release. Looks like they stuck some foam to keep the wires from flying out. So let me throw that down there. Got your elevators here. Man, they got this compact. They've got this streamlined, so the box is really small. You know, shipping has gotten crazy, folks, with mailing these things. So they're doing everything they can, these companies, to make the boxes as absolutely, you know, as small as they possibly can. So, because it relates to shipping costs, which translate directly to how much you're going to pay for this thing. So, wow, they've really compact this and compressed this all in here. It's pretty amazing how they do that. Obviously, they have some wicked CAD. Look at that. They even got the engine. Look, they've even got here. Let me switch views. They've even got one of the drop tanks fitting into the engine just to save space. So it's transported. The canopy's down here. All this is Tetrised into place about as tight as you could get. So it's as efficient as possible when they ship this thing. That's pretty wild how they're doing that nowadays. Let me see if I can zoom my camera out just a little. Now that's about all I'm going to get. So let's get this on the table. We're going to pull all the parts out. Here's your horizontal stabilizer, which is actually one piece. Very, very nice. Look at that. And that is a dihedral tail. You see how it's got the upswing on it? Plastic part right in the center, doubler to secure that in place. Very cool. Ooh, I like that. They're very nice. Again, you got one piece here. They must have a spar. Obviously, they got a spar box in the middle. I'm flexing this, and it's pretty rigid. I mean, I can flex it a bit, but spars running through, wings and tail. Again, one piece for the elevator, one piece for the back half of the elevator where the hinge is. Because again, here you go, submerged style hinge. Lots of throw in that, which again, you're not going to need. But one piece here, one piece here, one piece here, one piece here. So 4 pieces for this side, plus the 3 on this, that makes 7 total foam to build this thing, plus all their plastic parts and all that. So really, really pretty sweet. Look at that. They must have had some instability in the tail of the F-86 SABRE. Okay, so to stabilize it, they stuck a dihedral in the tail. That will smooth out the tail. If they need instability, they'll invert that, you know, and they'll put an anhedral tail to create some instability. So just depends on what they're doing with the design of the airplane. And then you got the elevator connections right here. That's just taped on. So I'll put that tape aside. But very nice, super good, super nice quality on that. Fit and finish is excellent. I mean, look. Here, I'll zoom for everybody. Y'all can see how nice of a finish. I'll get right in on that. Nice and smooth, nice hinges. There's your plastic hinge in there. You can see that. So, and there's a torque rod in there, or a rod, which all of this stuff swings, pivots around. So excellent design and very nice. Plastic parts are top notch for sure. So all this will go together pretty well. So let's back out on that again, get back to the rest of this. I'm going to take this elevator and I'm going to stick it over here to the side. And I should have left more space up there. There's lots of parts. So there's a drop tank that just snaps onto the wing, but very cool. Nice fit, nice finish. Can't complain about that. That's cool. So let me put that aside. Grab the vertical stabilizer, rudder combination. Super smooth, real nice. So again, submerged hinge. Can't beat that. Again, plastic hinges all the way in there, or nylon, whatever you want to call them. Anti-flutter weight, that's just a scale detail for the model, of course. And then again, rudder, another part for the rudder, another part for the, or sorry, vertical stabilizer front and back, rudder front and back halves. And that's how they hinge this thing again with plastic parts. And your pivot hinge, which again, probably a fiberglass rod they probably run through there. Fiberglass or carbon fiber, depending on whether they need to save the weight so much. Ball links attached, all that. So plastic doubler, real nice. This goes on with 3 screws, so simple construction, really easy, really nice, and yeah, pretty awesome. Fit and finish is outstanding. Can't go wrong with this. Again, I'll zoom for everybody. Y'all can see how nice that is. That's getting down to the nitty gritty, the detail of this, how smooth. I'm trying to get you a little shine on there so you can see how smooth and how nice the finish is. I'm not seeing really any gatoring. Tiny bit, you got to look really close to see any of the cells, and this is getting really close in on it. This is white, it's not painted, so it's just white foam. You can see some of the cells in there, but the silver and blue, you can't see hardly anything, so very, very smooth. A lot of good quality control for sure on this. A lot of times you open up models, you see some rashes and stuff. So far, not really seeing a whole lot of that. So let me put this aside. More foam parts to hold this thing in place. Throw those over there. Let's get our spar out. Main wing spar is stuck in here. Let's see. Let's get this out of here. So there's our spar. Yeah, real tough, fiberglass. That's probably 10 millimeter, 10, 11, 12 millimeter. That looks like a fiberglass spar. So put that aside. Let's get our tail section out. That all comes up together with our, that is efficient, guys. You got to respect how efficient that is for packaging. I mean, that's pretty neat. So again, they're trying to make the boxes smaller, small as they can, because size and weight is what costs us more or less money to have these planes. So they're trying to make it as small as they can so they can pass on the savings. Now this is impressive. This is cool. In fact, I'm going to switch the view. Let me see if I can get right down to this, see if I can show everybody how nice this is. This is cool. I mean, this is the tail section of this. Some really nice, looks like tail lights on the back of that. That light up, there's a lot of lights on this model. This is all plastic, this whole thing with 2 LED lights there. So this model's fairly well lit at nighttime or dusk. Nice plastic fitting on the top. Nice fit and finish. Now check that out. I'm showing you this finish so you can see really close up how nice that is. Doesn't even almost hardly look like foam now. One thing they've done that's really cool, you'll notice, at least I think they did on this model, is that this section right under here, that's a plastic piece. They stuck a little, in fact, I'll show it to you this way. You can see where they stuck plastic here? So if you do wheelies on the runway and you scrape that, you're not going to tear up the cone. You're just going to scrape up this plastic part, so it keeps the integrity of the cone. The little details like that, to me, are what really matter with models like this. And then here's your front assembly, where this just goes on. You slide it in place, no glue, just 2 screws, it looks like. So, and they already have everything all set up there. They've got all the fiberglass or carbon fiber rods ready to insert this, into the back half. And then here's your connector. Actually, I tell you what, there's 4 screws. My mistaken. Again, this is my first time seeing this, folks, so I'm showing it to you just the way. I know there's pictures of this, but sometimes the pictures don't show you everything. But there's 1, here, let me get this, 1, 2, okay, 3, 4 plastic doublers and machine screws. So this is a really good assembly. It's a 2-part fuselage, but man, they got it secured. It's pretty cool. So, and then your top has plastic here, so where your horizontal stabilizer goes on. So really nice fitting overall. I'm pretty impressed with. They've gone to a new level clearly with this. It's super nice. This reminds me of the Rafale. The Rafale fit and finish was outstanding too. So you know, they're in a new realm of kind of making things now over there. So let's switch our view. We'll go to the top here. Let's see what else is in here. I'm going to put that fuselage piece there. Hopefully it doesn't roll on the ground. And then we'll get the canopy out. Really, wow, look at this. They did some weathering. Oh, let me go back to the top view. They did some weathering on this. So actually, you know what? I am going to go back to the other view. Let's do that because this is, I think, a better way to show it in some instances. So Dale Snodgrass, famous F-14 pilot, and he flew this airplane in events and shows, which I really didn't know till here recently. But the canopy detail is outstanding. I mean, this is actually a tougher grade Lexan, I think, than the normal stuff. It seems thicker than I'm used to seeing. But if you zoom in, look at the weathering they did to this thing. I mean, they weathered the whole inside to make it look like the inside of the, obviously the outside of the plane is a show plane, but the inside they made rough. Okay, so it sort of looks used, which is neat. So there's some instruments up there, it looks like. Yeah, you can't beat that. That's about as slick and as scale, I think, of a detail as you can get for sort of a show plane. Let's see what else they did. They put, oh, and the whole cockpit area, look, is plastic. Okay, and it's ventilated. It's got screws in it. So the whole cockpit area is plastic. Usually it's foam, but that's the first time I've actually seen that on an FMS plane. So really neat. I can go to a top view again, show that to you. And that's pretty slick. I mean, that's about as cool as it gets. Great detail, great color. In the old days, they would just paint one color in there, stick the same pilot in there. But man, they went to some serious lengths, you know, with this thing. So very cool. Tongue and groove in the front to get it in there. Your latch in the back. There we go. So, all right, let me take a quick look at the chat log here and see what guys are doing. Let me go to this view. Let me back out just a little bit. See who's in the house here. I'm going to stick this canopy right here and see what we got. How many people are here? I don't even know. I didn't even look. Let's see. We got 43 guys. So I appreciate everybody coming. Definitely. Let's see. Yeah, real nice hinge setup. That's it, Shadow. You pick up a model and the else freak out. Makes me not want to fly it, man. What is that all about? I need to switch to a ribbon cable setup. That plug looks like, so the flex issue. Let's see. F-86 has a servo issue. Seems like the speed brake that I've seen. Yeah, they're sending 2 new servos to Kenny since his were dead on arrival. Guys, servo problems happen. You really want to just kind of, you know, if you got a bad servo, hopefully it happens, you discover it before you go fly it. But, you know, if they're backing you up and sending it to you, that's about as best you can ask for. Let's see. It's the best scale model I've ever seen in a video. That's from Justo Yambo. Actually on the FMS Sky Trainer. It's very realistic. All right, let's see. What do we got? Not paying that price for a bunch of issues to deal with. Nice looking model, nice flying. When I get this thing out there, we'll talk about it when I set it up here and we fly it. If I got any problems, I'll tell you guys, you know. So occasionally you got servo problems from time to time, but not so much. Every now and then you kind of get that kind of thing. For the price of this model, guys, you couldn't build it for twice this much. So in the old days, I would buy an RC prop jet fiberglass kit or something. It was $399. You know, you'd spend somewhere between $200 and $400 on an engine, retracts, a couple hundred servos, a couple hundred receiver. By the time you're done, it's $1,200 for an RC prop jet. So, for what this costs, you can't match it by doing it yourself. So, the foam quality's gotten so good, it's almost not even like foam anymore. For the cost of these, like I said, you can't touch it. You try to build one yourself, you'll be minimum double to triple the price to actually, and it's already painted, decals are on it, you screw it together and go fly it. When your time is money, especially, what you get out of this is awesome. All you got to do is put a receiver in it and a battery and you go fly, and chances are you probably already got the battery. So yeah, I've heard people complain price about this, but you can't match it, guys, because 20 years ago, I used to spend 2 to 3 times this much on a prop jet type RC plane. And if you went ducted fan or turbine, you're through the roof. So for what these cost in the several $100s, the price argument is kind of out the window, guys. It's not worth your time even to build something as nice as this when they do kind of all of that for you. So, so here, let me see what we got in the comments here. This F-86 shoots the free wing out of the air. Yeah, FMS tends to do that sometimes. When they make something, they do tend to beat the competition, I got to admit. Similar story with the Tiger Cat. Rob says, good, looks good, I'm getting one. Shadow Ops, Craig Bevan sure does. Free wing really needs to go to a newer mold and upgrade it. Yeah, well guys, that's progress. That's competition. That's what you want. You want competing companies competing to up the next one, and you end up with a better product. The only downside of that, guys, is it does cost more. It costs more to make a better model. It costs more to do, you know, submerged style hinges, all those parts and pieces assembled with stickers and all that. It gets more expensive. But again, if your time's money, which most of us it probably is, to me, something like this is worth the time savings alone. So let's get this out. Let's pull this out of here. This is super nice. This is the main fuselage. I think that's the last part out of here. So let me go to the top view here, show this to everybody how nice this is. Again, your first time seeing it, at least you've probably seen it in videos, but my first time getting it out of the box. Look how slick that underside is. Holy smokes, look at that. How nice that, look at those gear doors. Wow, holy smokes, those are flush. It's about as flush as it can get. Landing lights there. I think the one thing they missed is the landing lights, I believe, on the SABRE. I think these actually extend out and point forward. I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys probably know better than me. I think they retract. Well, they just left them flat here because here they're shining at the ground. But I could be wrong. They might have an angled lens or something. I don't know. Check out the gun detail. Is that foam or is that plastic? Shoot, I'm not even sure what that is. Let me quick take a look. Oh, that's plastic. They put a plastic gun detail part. Change the color. Look at that nose cone, that intake. Very, very cool. Look at that. Man, I'm impressed. This is a mind-blowing airplane. Very, very cool detail. Again, your metal wing connector right here that you can see. I almost dropped it. Nice plastic fitting. That one's not plastic. Looks like what they did is they put a rubber band kind of thing, or actually not even rubber. This is actually a fabric band with rubber inside of it. They probably did that to keep the spring-loaded doors down, but also if you use rubber over, and they thought about this is smart, but if they put a rubber band around here, the rubber band probably would have stuck to the paint over time from packing and shipping, that when you pulled this thing off, there probably would have been probably would have pulled the paint right off of there. So smart thinking, using a fiber band wrapped around, you know, rubber. So very cool. This is no doubt what brings the landing gear. The doors open and close. They have a nice spring design here. So that grabs both of those. So no servos required. It kind of keeps one servo. These will stay extended down, so if you're on grass, maybe you'll snag them, but we'll kind of see. Plastic fittings, machine screws here, here, and here for your wings. So 3 wing screws. Very, very cool. So, and then real nice intakes, cheater holes, lots of intakes. Because remember, the real SABRE only has this scoop up front. So for EDF purposes, probably getting some more air in there because, you know, we've got that retract that's, look, it's getting in the way, as you can see there. So they probably needed to open up some more space, so cheater holes. So what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to stick this band right back on here. So let me stick that in there. Let's get that back across just to keep it from, so I can kind of move it around and show everybody. Here's your fan access cover right here and speed brakes right here. So we'll extend those here shortly and show you guys, you know, what those look like. Very, very cool, very nice. And there's your receiver end for your tail to fit in. Let's see, what do they got? Plastic fittings. Plastic fittings for everything. So it's not just going into foam, it's going into a nice plastic fitting. This has a nice big FMS motor, in-runner, suitable for an afterburner. So I might put an afterburner in there eventually. But super cool, running across the top, really nice. I gotta admit, that's impressive. I love this scale detail button they used for the latch for the canopy, so it looks scale. You don't have a thing sticking there. Plus, I tend to break those off sometimes, or they're more prone to breaking. But check it out. Cheater holes on the side too. Look at that. So lots of cheater holes. Obviously, they needed a lot more air into this thing, probably. So they probably wanted to let as much air in as they could. Again, your metal fitting. I got to say, that is impressive. How nice those are for your wing connectors. That's for your landing gear, flaps, ailerons, lights, all that stuff. So that connects everything up. But I tell you, the fit and finish is awesome. Here's a little teeny tiny blemish I'm seeing right here. I haven't seen this on much of the model. This is the first spot I've seen a little blemish on. Again, nothing's perfect coming out of the box, okay? You're going to fly this and scrape it up anyway, but there's one little blemish that I've seen so far. I haven't been seeing much on this thing. And there's your inside right there. There's your Velcro there, which we may put on or take off. I'll probably put my shelf liner in there, so I'm going to pull that off, stick that in my ERNST stand for now. But they used an EC5 connector, which is super nice, so that fits most of our batteries. I don't think there's any stabilization in this. This is just, you know, stick and rudder. You can throw a stabilizer in for sure, stick it in here somewhere. You got a nice hardwood battery floor. Look at that. Very nice. So you can put a big old battery in there probably. We'll check that out and see what you can get in there. But really, really nice. I'll switch views so you guys can see this. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at, where's the canopy at? Right there. Let's see how well this will fit on there just right off the bat. Let's pop that in. Wow, look at that. Nice fit. This is slick, folks. I got to admit, I'll be a SABRE fan. Can't go wrong with that. Very, very nice. So let's do this. Let me make sure that I got everything out of the box okay. I think I got most of it. So let me throw that into the pit. Let me see if I can get, I got an ERNST stand here. This is one thing I want to test out. See what ERNST stand fits this thing nicely. The guys at ERNST Manufacturing were kind enough to, you know, they give me stands all the time to give away at shows and events and things. So, but they were kind enough to give me an affiliate link for all the ERNST stands. So if you guys want to get an ERNST stand, I got a link below that helps me out, supports the channel. So we appreciate that, definitely. And I got those down below. Also for trays and stuff, they're organizing trays. They've got tons of those. So I got links for that too down below. So just check it in the description box below. My channel's free to everybody, guys. So if you help out, that's awesome. I appreciate you guys using our links to get yourself stuff. So I do appreciate the super chats, but I'd rather you guys save your money. Like I've always said before, I'd rather you not super chat and use your money to get yourself a good plane, you know. And then you sort of tip us by doing that anyway, me and Steve. So let's see, we got Flyer Mikey. My Tiger Cat has a black wing connector. Yeah, that's the older style. Oh no, that's a newer one, I think. But they might be going to this one, I'm not sure. So they're constantly improving this stuff. Let's see, Fly So Gentle, let's see, have Frightener. I have the Flightline RC Tiger Cat, and I got for the steel one, FMS, scratch off my list now. Okay, cool. Let me see, how many guys we got here? We got 43 guys. Again, appreciate y'all coming. That's awesome. Let's see, what do we got? I'm just reading some comments here down on my screen. Yeah, I love the F-86, man. It's awesome. Shadow Ops is saying it's really efficient, even with the intake restriction. Hangar 51 just cursing, got a long flight with his FMS SABRE. Just cruising, okay. That silver paint is hard to get, some blemish, when the foam is painted with it, yeah. From what I have, this is from Shadow again, from what I have heard, no gyro needed, Rich. Yeah, well that's just the thing, guys. Most of these planes you don't need gyros on. And I have very minimally, I only put a stabilizer or something on my plane if I think it really needs it. Otherwise I don't bother with it. So I'd rather stick and rudder and fly my plane than have a stabilizer. I love stabilizers for certain planes in certain conditions. And if you set yours up aft CG, you kind of need it. You can't fly it without it. So, but I like to fly the plane. I like to not if it's a plane that doesn't need it, I like to fly it. So, because some of these things you just don't need them. You just don't need those stabilizers. Most of the stuff that comes from like Horizon and all that, they've got stabilizers already in them. So you leave them in there, they make the plane fly great. Nothing wrong with that. So, but otherwise, I just, like I said, like to stick and rudder. So this fits nice on this ERNST stand. Pretty good, and it doesn't really interfere with anything. So this is the small regular stand. Let me see, I've got a bigger one right down here that I grabbed. It might actually fit a little nicer in this one. Let's see, this is the mega stand. So again, if you guys want to get an ERNST stand and you can get it through my link wherever, again, that supports us. That's the mega stand. Let's see how it fits in there. That's probably even more of a nicer cradle. I think maybe we'll use that one. They're both good, but this one really kind of grabs it and holds it in there. I don't think that's going to interfere with anything. So I think actually the Mega Stand is probably a little better for this one. But we'll see. We flip it upside down, how the vertical stabilizer gets in the way. Yeah, that's really nice because it doesn't mess with anything. I don't think it's going to mess with the wing or the tail or any of that kind of stuff. So I think this is probably the way to go. But again, the little one fits. So if you guys got a small ERNST stand, it'll sit in there. It cradles around the edge, not fully around it to keep it from sort of falling out. So, but anyway, let's get to the instructions. Let me look at this real fast. I'm going to go ahead and scroll you guys. If you guys got questions, just feel free to throw them out there. I'm going to open up this chat window so I can see. Still 41 guys here. Again, thanks for coming. Let me see. It looks like we've got good connections and everything's going good here. Let's see. Let me go back to the small screen. I'm just looking at the screen here to see. Let me go to the upper view here real fast. We're going to get the tail of this thing in first. Is this man? This almost feels. This is crazy. This part almost feels like it's plastic, but man, it's foam. They must have used some kind of a really intense injection on that foam there, because this thing looks and feels like a piece of plastic, but it's not. I mean, it's pretty nice. At least I don't think it is. No, that's foam. I don't want to stick my fingernail in it because I don't want to dent it, but that's some serious curving they did to that thing and some serious injection, because it literally feels like a piece of plastic. They must have put a lot of paint on this to get that to look like that. So anyway, let me put that back on there. Let's flip over the instructions because I just want to look at something really fast here. There's all our parts. We just looked at all that stuff. That's what we got. It looks like there's just a few screws to put this together. The screws are all, it looks like 3mm. It says 10mm by 13. So it looks like it's all 10mm screws and there's 13 of them. So that's it. Plus a couple antennas and spar, and that's it. So very minimal stuff. So they have you put the wing on first. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it that way, but that's fine. They have you throw the spar in. Looks like put the wing on. And then, yeah, put the 6 screws on there. And then I think I'm going to do the tail first. It shows the tail going on right here. There it is. And then it shows the speed brakes and putting the vertical in and horizontal. I don't know what that one's for. Oh, that's for the lower screw. There's 4 screws. That's right. So I think I'm going to stick the tail on there first. I kind of figured out how this is going to go. It's pretty simple stuff. 3 for your horizontal, looks like. 2 for your, or 1 for your vertical. There's your lower fin and your battery. That's kind of it. CG, I'll mess with that later. 180 to 190, it's showing right there. I'll get that up there for everybody. Oh, no, it's out of the way. So there's your CG. They're saying it's right on the spar, so it's probably right about where the landing gear is, roughly. So, all right, so there's your ESC programming guide. It's all in there. So, and then other languages. So, yeah, pretty simple stuff. So, I think what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to get the tail on here first. I think that makes the most sense to me. So, one thing I'm going to do, let me go to the top view. I'm going to grab here my little ERNST thing here. And I'm going to throw the screws underneath like I usually do. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I use that. If I'm building it with the stand, a lot of times I'll just throw it under here. So I keep it with the airplane, don't lose it. There's your bag of screws. That's all it is, really. It's just the same size screw, 10mm metrics, 13 of them. They probably gave you a spare. That's what FMS usually does. And then it looks like ball links all the way around. So I think that picture showing the clevises is probably an old picture or something. I think they're all ball links all the way around. I don't think they did the clevis thing. Like I said, there was that little note right here. I usually keep all those bags too. It's usually good to stick this on there. Here, this shows right here. I don't know what it's saying. This is the note, the addendum that came with this. Before installing the main wing has, oh, it says put the linkage rods on before doing all of that. And it shows you Z-bending, the ailerons and all that. And it shows, like I said, it shows clevises for the flaps, it looks like, I think. And then ailerons for ball links. But I think they decided to just, I don't know that you need to pay attention to that. Let me see. I think they just went with all ball links because everything here looks like a ball link. So they're saying attach all that first. So let me get the horizontal stabilizer here first, which is this one. And that's all ball links. So they've got that on the inside hole. I don't know that that's where I would keep it. I might move those out just to give you some better resolution. Again, it's not a 3D plane, this thing. So here, let me see. Which ones look like they fit? Probably not that one. Probably the 2 short ones. It looks like there's 2 short rods under here. So I'll stick those on there first. I'm going to go with sort of an inner hole. let's try this one first. Just going to go with one. I'm going to go second hole from the inside, and I'm going to attach that. Again, this is just ballparking it. Let me grab my ball link pliers real fast. I got my toolbox right down here. I'm going to unclip it. It's down below my desk. And let me see if I've got my ball link pliers somewhere here. Yes, I put them away. One thing I actually put away. So if you don't have ball link pliers, get them, because they're really helpful for models like this. So you're not hurting your fingers, you're not using pliers, you know, and screwing everything up. So did I put that towards the servo? Yes, I did. So let's do that. I'm going to put that, again, I'm just using the second hole. I'll try to zoom, second hole from the inside. Again, that's just my ballpark initial spot I want to put it started at. It's my starting point. So I may mess with that a little later on. But for now, just to get it together, when we set it up, tweak it, tune it, we'll mess with all that as the time goes on. So let's get that attached. Oh, that popped right on. Okay. Make sure it's all the way on there. Sometimes those ball links can be tricky, and they don't go fully onto the ball, and they can pop off. So, but if you get them fully centered, just make sure they're all on there. There's that one. Yeah, very nice. So those are both in there. So they're saying get that all on there first, and that does make some sense. Let me get the vertical. I'm going to do the same thing to that. So there you go. Grabbing some ball links. It looks like there's one short rod, and I'm thinking another short rod. That's probably what that's for. So I usually like to have full rudder deflection when I'm doing stuff. And I'll expo that a bit. So I'm going to pop that one on. You can see that Z-bend just went right in there. And I'm going to put that on the outer hole for my vertical, because I like to have that in there for knife edge stuff and for controlling your landing better. See, when I pop that on there, it actually went beyond the ball. So you got to sort of push it up a little bit. There you go. So it's in the center of the ball. There you go, and that should be on there nicely. So that's for our vertical, so we can get the whole thing on there. Let me switch over to this view here. Let me put some screws away. I'm going to put this, put that down there, get that all on out of the way. And then I can maneuver this so you all can see this much better. So let's do this. Let's take, let's go here and just center that up as best we can. We'll raise our desk. We'll go telephoto a bit. You guys can see how that's working out. There we go. We are up there. Raise my desk. There you go. And we're going to get this tail section on. So this is just going to go, as you guys can see here. Let me try to zoom this. No, wrong way. There it is. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. That's a little crooked. There we go. And this is just going to go on here like this, I guess. So this is all going to feed through if I'm not mistaken. So let me see how that was meant to go on there. I think elevator rudder. I don't know where the light is supposed to go. Where does that plug in? Where does that light plug into? Oh, that might be for the, oh, that's for the elevators. That's what the, okay. That's probably what this is for, now that I'm thinking about it. So, and that, without reading the instructions, I'm just going to kind of do this. Again, I usually check my connections, make sure they're tight, but again, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to kind of slap them together. If that seems a little loose, then, yeah, you know what? How did that go in there? You know what? That does seem a little loose to me. So, you know what? Let me tighten that up real quick. Let me see if I can get a hobby knife. I'm going to grab, let me back up a little bit here, folks. I'm going to grab, if I can find, a regular hobby knife blade here. I'm just going to grab that. Let's see here. Where is that thing? I'm going to grab, I think I got a knife blade in here somewhere. Yes, let's do that. I'm going to grab, I don't know where my other knife went, but here we go. I'm going to swap this out here. I've got one of these flat-bladed ones. I'm not sure where my regular one went to, but I'm going to make this work here. So let's get that on there, tighten this thing up, and I'm going to tighten this one up. This is a critical connection, guys. This is the elevator. So who knows? I could even replace this maybe with something else later, but let me zoom in here and just tighten these babies up. I'm hoping that camera's not going to rock too much. Let me lift this up. That's felt a little loose to me going in there. So I'm going to just tighten those connectors just a bit. Just push them down, just pull them out a little bit. That got that one tighter, that's good. Same thing here, I'm going to pry these apart a little bit. It's hard to show this sometimes on camera, but I don't want to really take the tail apart on this. My cat has just come up here to help me. No, cat, go away. All right, here's the cat. Here's the cat right over there. Check it out. There's Ripley the cat. Hey, what are you doing back there? There's my cat. She's here to help us out. You can see her creeping out there behind the Blue Jay. She tends to knock stuff off. She's not the smoothest cat around. So, all right, so I'm going to go. Here she is back there. If you guys hear some stuff crashing, that's her. Here, let me go to the top view again. Let me get this in the way. Never a dull moment here. So let's go to this and pop that baby out. Get the top of that. Just push that down just a little bit, just so it's a tight connection. Same thing with this. This is a critical connection, guys, because this is an elevator. Elevator control that you're splitting with 2 elevators and plugging a light into it. So I don't know if I like plugging the light actually into the elevator. So what I may do in the future here, I'll plug this in, let's see how it works. I'll go with it standard. What I would actually tend to do is I would actually tend to, let me zoom in on that. I would tend to actually take my elevator, which I might do here in the future, rather than putting this triple Y harness, because this is some thick wire here for this elevator. It's probably 26 gauge. And this is, I don't know what this is, 22, or this is like 30 gauge. So this is like a thinner wire, you know, going to your elevator. I'd almost rather put a double splitter on this for your elevator and then put the 2 elevator servos on that. Take your rudder, put another Y harness on that. So just split the 2 of these, the elevator with a Y, rudder with a Y. Use the rudder to plug your light in, okay, for your lights, because I kind of don't, this is just my own commentary. I'm not saying this is a bad way that they did it, but I would prefer to, instead of having a triple harness on my elevator, which is the most critical surface on the plane, I'd rather have a thicker gauge wire double connector here and just have the elevator dedicated to this and have my rudder with a double, you know, a standard Y harness, and have my light plugged into that. Because if the light causes any problems or whatever, you have a bad connection, or I would just rather have thicker wire here, have my light in with my rudder, so my elevator is obstructed as little as possible. You know what I mean? Or it's the least convoluted, I guess you could say. I'd rather not have that connection there. But it is what it is. That's okay. We're going to do it the way they got it set up and see how it goes. It's probably just fine. But that's just me talking out loud. So let me go ahead and pull this rudder line through. Let me just get this out of here. You may see that rudder wire. I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to do or not, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick all these through here. See if we can get all that through there. I think that's what they want you to do. Yeah, just my best guess. So let's put those through there. Put these into here a little at a time, or probably better yet, you know, it might be smarter to do rather than feeding all those through there. Let's take this one. Let's stick the 2 of those through. Let's do that. That's probably smarter. Let's put the 2 of these in here instead of trying to ram all that through. This is what happens when you don't read the instructions so well. See, I'm just going to put the 2 of those in there. We're going to slide this all in. Let's see if we can get those through. Get the top there. I'm going to try and show you that. Those are coming through the top. And then we can put those, oh wait, let me get this tape out of here. Probably not something we don't need down there in the fan. Put those 2 wires through, and I'll switch to sort of the top view here so you guys can see what it is I just did. I'll flip this around, get back on the zoom. There we go. And you can see here what I just did. I slid the 2 of these through. I'm going to grab these and pull them this way. Okay. Then we can slide this in. It should line up nice just with those 2 things. There we go. Pull this through. And that's it. So go to a side view. You guys can see how that looks. I'll back away on the zoom just a little bit. You can see how nice that all just goes right in. Perfect. Can't complain about that. That's just outstanding. So I'm thinking you probably have to open up your speed brakes to get in there and put that screw in. So, but in the top, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our top screw and probably drop that in there. Let me first grab this thing right here, one of my 2mm metrics here. I'm going to put that right in here. And I'm going to look down that hole. I'm going to block the camera with my face for 1 second. I can see there's a clean shot down there. So I'm going to take this and drop it right in. And no, I missed it. Here, let's see. Okay, I got that threading. You can feel it getting tight. There we go. That's in there real nice. Okay, then I'm going to flip it. Let's take our fuselage. We're going to flip it around. I'm going to do my top and bottom screw. There it is. We'll flip to the top view, which I just flipped it around. We'll get this screw in there. You can clearly see down there the alignment of it. So another 10mm screw right there. Sorry you can see that. Just threw that in there to tighten that up. And I think we got to open the speed brakes to get those in there. I don't know if that's something you can pull. I guess I could read the instructions for that, but let's see if I can open it a bit. Yeah, there we go. And there you go. There's your access. I'll zoom in so y'all can see that. I just sort of assumed that's where it was. But you can see right there. That's our screw hole right there where that goes. So I'll put the next one on. Be careful pulling up on your servos because you don't want to yank on them too hard. I just dropped my screw. So another 10mm screw right here. I'm just going to put that on. Stick that right down in there. Tighten that baby up. I can't wait to get this thing out to the field and fly this. This looks like a slick model. F-86 SABRE. I'm hoping they make a MiG, you know. If all goes well, maybe they'll do a MiG for us too. Love to see a MiG-15 or MiG-17, you know, adversary plane to this. That would be nice. So once that's there, I'll just close this up. Yeah, the servos aren't really under a ton of load there. So let's put it on its side. Let's do this one sort of from the side view. There you go. We'll get right in on that speed brake, which is right here. Let's see, let's go a little bit right. There we go. Try to slide this thing out of the way a little bit. And then I'll grab the speed brake. I'm just going to stick my fingernail under there. Peel that away. And there you go. You can see that screw hole right there. So very cool, very cool. So here, I'll zoom in. See if we can see that a little better. There we go. I'm using my zoom, which is not too, or my pan and tilt and all that kind of stuff. Let's go down. There you go. You see that good. So I'm going to take my screw, put it right on there. And if I can see that, which I can't see through here, there we go. Got it in there. I'm kind of doing this backwards. It's hard to see this. I'm trying to do, sometimes I try to do it through the camera. Let's see if that'll thread. I'm just doing this off the cuff. I can't really, if I stick my head in the way, you guys can't see it. So, but there we go. Very nice. That's all in there secure. I'm going to check the other screws here. We back away. Here, I'll zoom back out. I'm just checking to make sure all four are in there nicely. So, and that should be it for our tail. I'm going to open up this side, make sure it's tight again. Yep, it is. This is great construction, folks. And you got to love these speed brakes. I mean, they're pretty neat. I don't know that you really need it on this plane. Obviously, the SABRE probably needed it because it was slick. And these will help out a bit, but I don't know they're necessary. But very, very neat how those are designed to open and close. I think they're set up in conjunction with the flaps, but you could put them, obviously put them on a separate switch or something. Give you some drag to land, but really, really cool, folks. Got to admit, that's about one of the nicest airplanes I think I've seen kind of in a while. But that's it. There's your fuselage. This gets big when you start putting this together. And again, for the people that get on the the situation of or talk about the fact that the plane's expensive, it gets big and it's beautiful. I mean, this is about one of the coolest, nicest, cleanest models I think I've seen in a long time. This, like I said, this reminds me of the quality of the Rafale. You know, how nice it is, the construction, the quality of it. Yeah, it's outstanding. But look how big it's getting. So really, really nice. 6-cell powered this thing is. So anyway, so here we go. This is where we're going to attach everything, and this is what I was sort of talking about. Your elevator's got 2 servos, and you're going to connect that to your single elevator. But again, they got a triple Y harness, and this is one thing I'll just say that I'm not happy with. But this is just getting very nitpicky though, and that's it's kind of how I am. You guys know that. So let me back away here. Let me get the camera where I need it here because it's not in the right place. But let me back the zoom off just a little bit. Okay, so this is your cradle or your saddle, and there's your servos coming in. I'm going to turn this without breaking anything. I'm just trying to arrange this. Okay, so your elevator and rudder. Again, what I would have preferred to see is a Y harness, a heavy-duty Y harness, instead of this triple with thin wires. These are really tiny compared to a thinner gauge for your elevator than the one that's coming in here. So they're having you do the triple on here. And then both your elevators will plug into this, plus one light. But these are thinner wires. I would almost rather, like I said, put in a regular Y harness, just a splitter for your elevator, but leave it dedicated, and have another splitter for your rudder, and have your light plug into your tail illumination, your tail lights. Have that plugged into your rudder. But that's just me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. This works just fine. I'm sure guys have been using this, and it's not a problem. But that's just my thoughts on it to make it a little better, to improve it a little bit, or make it a little less dicey, I guess you could say, or make it a little more solid performing. So since I'm about to throw this on here too, I'm going to do the same thing. Let me see. Well, let me see how these plug in. These might plug in okay. So let me take. I'm going to take the horizontal here. I'm going to plug these in. Let's see how those go in. Do they feel like they're going in there tight? Actually, they feel pretty snug. You got to feel how it goes in. If it feels like it's going in there pretty tight, then you're probably fine. So, but if it feels loose, back these out and tighten your links. So, tighten your servo lead connectors. Yeah, those seem to go in well. They have a good bite on them. So you just want to make sure you got good metal-to-metal contact. And then, if I'm not mistaken, your light is going to go in here. 2 wires. Okay, all it is red and black. And you're going to take that and you're going to go red to red, black to brown. So, you know, that's just kind of how they did it. So light's not that critical if the light doesn't work, but that's a tight fit. That went in there real well. So this whole thing looks like our rudder's going to go up here. This stuff's all going to go down here. Make sure that this is lined up in here. This wire doesn't get pinched down here. And then this just slides right in. So let's see if we can get that down in place there. See if we can slide that right in. That should be good. Let me get the rudder thing out of the way. There we go. Oh, beautiful fit. Real nice. And I'm going to look on the side. Switch camera views. Zoop. I'm going to be looking right here. I'm going to look through this side. You guys can look through that side. Again, make sure I'm not pinching a wire. That's all you want to make sure is you're not pinching that rudder wire. And it doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's seated in there pretty nice. And it looks like we do a single screw here for now. So taking another 10 millimeter metric right here. I'm going to put this right on in there. And that's just the first screw to keep it down. And you can see these lining up as I tighten this. So those are, yeah, and it's a plastic to plastic contact, so that's going in there well. Okay, and then your vertical stabilizer, you've got 2 screw fittings that go through here. So it's all kind of integral, and then one right up here. So pretty simple. We'll take the vertical, and we'll put that on. So let me back this up. Let me drop the table a little bit. Get some more space going. There we go. And I'm going to connect my vertical. Let's do that. Stick in the rudder. That's plugged in nice. There it is. And you guys can see from the side view, this is starting to really come together. You're starting to really see how nice this tail assembly goes. And you can see here how big this thing starts getting. So let's go back to here. And we're going to feed all this in here. Let me zoom a little bit. You guys can see how we're going to take this and just tuck it all. Let's see, how does that supposed to go? I guess that just goes right through there. Is that how that's going to go? Oh, this is going to go all the way up here. Oh, okay. It all fits, it all pockets in there nicely. So just fold these wires neatly. Put all your connectors kind of down in this slot. They give you a good chamber for this all to go into. So I think if we carefully lay these out, I'm just going to try to tuck them. Try and lay them all flat together so they're not just rammed in there, but they're actually kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better word, just so they're kind of uniform next to each other, and they'll fit in there real nice. Yeah, it's real easy. Plenty of room in there. Same thing with the vertical. I'll just stick those in there and make sure the wire's tucked down there. So here, I'll zoom. You guys can see that. Real good fit. You can see how nice that all kind of goes in there. I'll slide it a bit. You can see there's all the connectors just sitting next to each other, all out of the way. Everything's out of the way. So hats off on this one, because this is one instance where they gave you plenty of room to put everything. And then you can just flip this thing and put it right in there and watch it from the side. So from the side view, you can see here, I'll raise this up. And I can actually angle this probably a bit. So y'all can get in there and see. See how nice that is. Raise that up. But that is it. See how nicely that all is in? It's a nice pocket. They did a really good job on that. So I got to give them good credit for that. And then this is just going to fit pretty much right on. Just going to slide right into place. So, and then again, top view, go down here. Let me zoom out a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. Because I've got this all zoomed in where it's kind of confusing at this point. But here, let me go at an angle. Let me adjust the camera here just a bit. And you can see how that all goes together. I'll back off a little bit on the zoom again. But this is a beautiful fit, beautiful finish. Let's see. Again, all that stuff's tucked away. Yep, it looks like there's plenty of space down there. Yep, that should go in there. Yeah, I'm going to push that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to push that towards the back. There's more space towards the back. It's a little taller. But let's see how that all is going to go in there. Yeah, this is good. Did a nice job with this. Wow. Sometimes they just don't leave you a lot of wire space to put some of that stuff. But this all fits in there real good. Real nice. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Glove. Glove-like. Look at that. You can't do much better than that. Look how nice that is. Yeah, excellent. Whoever's doing the designing there at FMS, hats off, man. Making it nice and smooth. Nice, precise fit of everything. Let me get this one on here first. Sometimes you just got to wiggle it around to get it to feed. It seems like it's not feeding. Okay, let's look down in there. I'm going to stick my big old head down there. See if I can see where that is at. Oh, you know what I did wrong? I just see what I did. My mistake. There's not supposed to be a screw in there yet. I'm trying to screw on top of a screw. That's actually meant to pass all the way through. So, my bad. That's what happens when you don't read the instructions. So, there's just that one screw in the middle that you start with, and then the rest of this goes on. So let's pop that all back in there. So yeah, this is all very integral. They're not doubling up on screws for any really reason. They make it as efficient as they can. Using as few screws as they can, which is good. Back when I was doing a lot of FMS R&D with them, I told them, I said, if you can make this as user-friendly to assemble and the easier and the less work, your customers will be really happy. And they took that quite literally with the way that these things go together now, which is minimal to zero to minimal work. I mean, it's really pretty amazing how nice these all go together. Now I'm watching this come together here as I'm tightening it. It's threading down in. Very nice. And then I'll do the other side. Flip to here. We get this one. Let's see. Let's get that one in there. Put that in. I hope you guys can see that, sort of. Let me angle it a little bit. That gets us a little better. You can see this all start to compress as you tighten it. You don't want to over-compress it. Just make sure it gets in there pretty snug. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Good fit. Excellent fit and finish. Top notch. Definitely. Really cool. Let's get that in there. Nice and tight. Very good. Very good. I like that. And check this one. This screw doesn't seem to have a lot of threading going on in there. I feel like that could use something more than 10 millimeters. So, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my own homebrew. That's a short screw. It's about 10 millimeters. Let me see what I got in my other little collection here. I got a couple other... Oh, here's one that... Man, this one's a little longer. That one's a hair longer than 10. You know what? I'm going to use this one. No, I can't use that one because I don't have... I just feel like that needs a longer screw. 10 seems like just a hair shy. It's only turning a couple of times. Let me see if I've got in my collection, this is just me talking. Love to have a little one just a little bit longer. See what I got in there. No, nothing there, nothing there. Hang on a second. Going to the outside view here. Side view, there we go. I'm going to see if I can find my screw collection here. It may or may not be here. No, it's not. So, I'll tell you what, for now, here's my bag of screws. For now, I'll just use the existing one, but just for your reference, this one seems to me like it doesn't thread very much in there. It's probably enough, but it feels like it could be a little longer. Like the more I tighten this, it's getting compressed. So, let me see if it... Oh, actually, you know what? It is bottoming out. Disregard that. It's going in there nice at 10, but it's kind of getting a little tight. Well, I don't know. It's a plastic to plastic connection. It just feels like it could be a little tighter or a little longer, but no, it went in enough. It seemed to go in there fine. So here, let me back this, go to your side view, and there you go. That went on pretty nice. So there you go, tails getting together. See how nice that is, very cool. Let's see, that is sweet. Look at that thing. Again, dihedral tail, probably for some tail stability. Classic look for the Sabre. Very, very nice, guys. I'm digging this. Let me take 5, guys. Have a little drink. See if we got any questions. See if anybody wants to throw anything at me there. If you guys are around. You guys can see how I get immersed in this. We got almost 50 guys here, so I appreciate you guys coming by and checking this out. I'm pumped. I can't wait to get this out and fly it. Like I said, I've heard it flies great. I've watched some of the videos. Beautiful model. Yeah, everything's fit and finish is outstanding on this one. So far. When we get to the wing, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, very, very nice. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with how it went together, the construction. It's big now. Look at that. That is big. That is easily worth the asking price that they're asking for it. In my mind, it probably should even be a little bit more. Same thing with the Tiger Cat. When the Tiger Cat came out, I think it was like $479, and guys were complaining. Now it's up around 6 or 7, which is probably where it should have been to start with, honestly, guys. Wreckham Roy's in the house. All right, Wreckham is here. Let me try to read some of these messages. I've been immersed in my assembly of everything, so let me see if I can get down on everything here a little bit. Take a little break, a little drink break, smoke them if you got them. I'll see if I can answer some questions here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I'm reading some of my comments down here because I can read them better than up there. Let's see. Vertical stab won't go on the tail plane already screwed on. Yeah, that's because you answered that question. When I tried to screw the screw on top of the screw, I realized, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to put that there. Yeah, Mike Bird says he likes prop planes better, but yeah, EDFs are so nice nowadays, though. Yeah, I agree, though. I like both. It just depends on what you're up to. Wes is here at Motion RC. Wes, my partner in crime there. Me and Wesley are doing a lot of flying at the RCinformer field. And there's more to come. I just got to be off to do it. so probably Wes is going to be using my field probably more than me here, but eventually we'll be doing a lot of stuff there once we get the building done and all that. So Wes the Merry Boozer. So let's see, Wes, if you can hear me, if you would like to be a caller, you can call my phone and you can be live with everybody. If you want to talk about anything specific, feel free, Wesley, to give me a ring, and we can make you a caller on our latest show here. So anyway, feel free to call if you want, Wes. Let's see. It's cool to have callers on here because people like to hear some of that stuff. So anyway, this is a live show, guys. We're rolling. So see if we can get Wes to give me a ring. All right. So what else we got here? Shadow Ops, Wes. All right, Wes is there. So hey, if you do want to call me, feel free to give me a ring. You don't have to, but if you want to, I'm going to get back into doing the wing here shortly. But you can have a chat and mention some things to people if you'd like to. Let's see. Yeah, Tiger Cat's a beautiful plane. Yep, landing gear is out of this world. Yep, that's the finest. I'll say it again. The FMS F7F is the finest foam warbird made. Period. End of story. And so far, if I had to give up all my planes and keep only one, it'd be the FMS Tiger Cat for sure, because it is just the nicest airplane. Period. Let's see. Thanks. Just moved to. Let's see. Stephen Props is here. He said yes. Very thanks. Moved to Suffolk, I guess. And Roy, all I do is buy the wife a vintage sewing machine and get an FMS Tiger Cat. That's right. Let's see. Question: is the canopy a hard, clear plastic or semi-soft? It is a Lexan, but here it's kind of like a. Let me zoom in on here. It's kind of a thicker Lexan than some of the others, though. I mean, I'm noticing that it doesn't squeeze much. Some of them are real flimsy and real squishy. This one's not so bad. This one's like a thicker material I think they used. I'm not able to flex it as easy as the others. But yes, it is a Lexan. It just appears to be a thicker Lexan than some of the other models that I've seen. So it's tough. You're not going to have issues. It's very clear, too. It's not really cloudy at all. It's super, super, super clear. So they did a nice, very nice job on that. So let's see what we got. Wreckham Roy says the RCinformer field is the next big thing in Florida. That's right, guys. We're going to have a bunch of gatherings and events when we get it set up. For right now, me and Wes are using it for filming stuff. So But yeah, we're going to have people out, gatherings, get-togethers. We'll have giveaways there. We'll have FMS out there doing stuff with us. We'll do motion RC stuff. We'll do Horizon probably, you know. So we're going to do a lot of fun things out there. We'll probably do some overnight stuff too. We'll probably do 3-day weekend events and stuff. And, you know, we may even do a week event, and you guys can bring RVs out there and hang out there. So we're going to have a big time out there, guys. It's going to be fun. So, and we'll have our air-conditioned building out there. So if you need to escape the heat, you got it right there. So it's going to be fun, guys. Like I said, a lot of planning's going into it, and that's what I'm focusing on now, so that's why you don't see me making so many videos here lately. But I bet MRC F-86 and the two FMS F-86 setting on the runway would look awesome. Yeah, I mean, we'll have them out there here pretty soon. Let's see. We need a MiG-15 now. That's EQRC. Yeah, I agree. We need a MiG-15 for this. So I would imagine with the response that FMS has gotten from this, I would imagine that they probably will say, heck yeah, let's do a MiG-15. So that would be nice to see. Definitely, definitely. So I think the MiG-15 had, the real one had manual controls. So at higher speeds, it was harder you really had to muscle the controls. Whereas the SABRE had hydraulic boosted controls, so it was an easier plane to fly. At least I think it had hydraulic. I don't know. I might be thinking about the Phantom. I'm not sure, but anyway, awesome. Yeah, I might be thinking about the Phantom was hydraulic controls. I don't know about the SABRE, but we'll see. Let me see. I'll have to look that up. Nice count. Let's see. What do we got? West of Mosars. I'm going to hold off for now on calling, but please keep it up. Do your thing. I'm deep in a project at the moment. Just following along today. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So anyway, a lot of times Ray is my caller. So if Ray wants to call in, he can too. But that's fine. Sometimes Wes likes to say something, or some guys like to say a few things that are good. Hopefully. All right. So we are here. Let's get our wing on. And in fact, I'm going to take a quick look at one more thing I just want to test out myself. Is these two ERNST stands. Sometimes one ERNST stand fits better than the other. And I'm curious to see, yeah, you know what? The regular ERNST stand fits this thing just great. I mean, there's not an issue at all. It's a little tight on the wing, but no, it fits without pinching the wing. I guess, well, let's get the wing on and we'll try it. Just because some of you guys already have stands and stuff. And actually, with the swept-back wing, it might tap this. But let's take a look when we get it together. I still think the bigger one's probably a little nicer for it, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm just trying to show you what works, what doesn't. Here, let's see. Let's put that right over there. All right, let's see. MRC has one. Let's see. FMS would be great if it released a super scale F-14 Tomcat with realistic landing gear. Yeah, that would be cool. That's from Angelo T. And I'm trying to call out guys here. Let's see who's where. All right, so 42 guys here. Let's get back to the construction of this thing. Let's get the wing on here. So it is time to rock and roll with this. So let's go. I don't think I left anything out. Let's take this. Let's flip it around. Okay, we'll go to the top view here. And let me flip that view on there so everybody can see what we're doing with the wing-a-majig here. So here's our top view. Man, this plane fits so nice on the stand. It's got a nice round, sort of circular fuselage, so it actually fits really well. So let's pull that off. Love those gear doors. Let's grab our spar, and let's stick this thing through. Get that in there. All right, excellent. It's kind of slidey in there, but it's a nice fit. So let's get our wings without dropping them. I'm going to pull one from way over here. I got them sitting up on that thing. And I'm just going to insert these right in here. Let's get this one in here. Slide that in, and let's get this in place. So what we got to do is push this down, though, to get this little lever under the wheel, okay, and get that to fit in place. And let's see how that fits. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Excellent fit. That is super tight. I'm going to take the other one. I'm going to put that one on, too. I'm going to do them together so it stays kind of balanced. And you guys can watch how I'm getting this thing on here. Let me flip my page here. Let's get this one on, slide this here. Very nice fit, excellent. I'm gonna kind of push this down to make sure it goes under that thing because I really can't see it that well. But let's see, let's get those together. Wow, what a fit, what a finish. Let me slide it this way so y'all can see how really nice that all goes in. It's integral. Plastic, 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 double plastic on both sides getting that in. So That fits right on in there. So let's grab our screws and grab our 2mm metric again. Let me get these tail ones on here. Let's get those back ones. Those feed right on in. Very nice, very nice. Excellent. So let's get our front one on. Let's see if we can get that in place. Wow, really nice. I love these compound curves and how nice that is. Again, whoever's at FMS doing the design work there, holy mackerel, yeah, they're doing a good job. The fit and finish is excellent. They're really spending, you know, foam molds are expensive, but plastic molds are even more expensive. So they're using a lot of plastic parts, which, you know, does kind of raise the price of these things. So let's get this one in. Here we go. Just getting that in place. The reason I'm doing the fronts and the backs first instead of the middle, because the middles seem to have a little gap between them. So I'm kind of saving that for the last. I'm trying to get these to tighten up a little bit. I'm actually going to back them off a little bit. Actually back that off, and back this one off. And then I'm going to probably have to angle this a little bit because it looks like a little bit of a tight fit there. Let's see what we got. We're going to take this one. The holes here to me look like they're a little off. And I might need to kind of mess with that a little bit. I don't know if I can even get in there to show you that. Here, let me back eye. They look like they don't line up quite as good as they could. Let me see if I can get, that's my camera wobble, sorry about that. But you see the little gap I'm talking about? Not a big deal, but I think I might have to shoehorn this one in a little bit. So I'm gonna actually start that going, and I'm gonna grab the wing and just sort of squeeze it and put it on there. Let's see if it'll kind of help center it. These are beveled edge screws. See, I'm trying to do that without doing a cross thread. You gotta be careful not to do that because it doesn't line up perfectly. So let me see if I can get that. In fact, I'm gonna take this. You gotta be careful not to do this without breaking this. Yeah, I don't want to push too hard on it. But I do feel like the alignment on those center screws could be better. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, the wing, and with one arm here, I'm just gonna kind of lift up on them. I'm kind of pulling the wings up a little bit to get that, hopefully get that seam to fit a little bit better and see if I can get that to come into place. And that seems to help a little bit, but not a ton. So here, let me go back to that. Let me get that screw again, which is down in here somewhere. Let's see if I can get that to line up. I'm going to stick my belly on there and try to get it tight. That's helping out a lot. It's probably going to squeak a bit. There's a small possibility of cross-threading that screw, so just be careful, but I think it's because it's got a lot of side load on it. So just to show y'all, I'm doing this with it. I got my belly against this thing, and I'm lifting it up to try to line that up as best as I can, and it's in there nice now. So I don't know that I need to do that with this one. Let me grab that screw. I'm going to stick that one on. Same deal. I'm going to try and lift up. That one, let's see if that'll go in a little better. I'm just watching it. Sometimes these are tight fitting. That one might not squeak. But yeah, that went in there nice and tight. So you can see the underside. Let me back away. And you guys can see how nice that is. So very good connection. Very clean. Very smooth. And you can take that off and you can get that thing nice and streamlined. So you can take that off and transport it, obviously. So what I'm going to do now is what they said, I think, before not to do, and that is to put your rods and horns on. So let's see. I think I missed one rod. These are all here. So I'm going to put these on right now. They said to put them on first, but I didn't do that. I probably should have, but I didn't. Let me take one of these. Zoom in here to what we got. This one's not fitting that well, or not coming out on me. So I'm going to stick this Z-bend down there and use that to pull it up. There we go. Same thing here. I'm going to grab for the aileron. Same deal. If you can't reach it, just stick a Z-bend in there. Carefully pull it up. There you go. And then we're going to take this and put this right on there. So I'm going to go on the inner holes, second to innermost. See what we got. And these are on the outer holes, of course. It looks like that's what they got. I'm just going to snap that on. Let me get that straight. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm trying not to knock this off the table while I'm showing you. Let's see. Let me get this centered. Let me get my camera straightened out a little bit so I'm not showing you the right way to do this. So here, pop this on. Let me snap this into place. Let's see. Get that in there. Very nice. I overdid it, so pop it back out. Make sure you don't overly get it past the ball link. You want to get it right along the center. Yeah, I got that a little bit far, didn't I? Let's see here. That is not going the way I want it to. There we go. Just pop it, make sure it's in the center of the ball. Same thing here. Let's get this one on. I'm messing up my tabletop thing here again. All right, here, let's get this one on. I think these are all the same rod length too, so. This one I'm probably going to go second one in. I could be wrong, but let's see. Actually, it looks like it's on the, let me see how this one is. This one has probably, actually you may not need all that. Let's see. I'm just going to take my best guess at where I think it should go. I'm going to go second to the inner one again, just like the rest of them. Yeah, that seems to be a good place for it, but I don't know where this is going to, I don't know where it's going to bottom out or come out. That's a lot of you know what? I'm going to go out one. Let's go out one on that because I think it's going to need a little more travel for the flap. So let's take that. I'm just guessing though. Like I said, I could be totally wrong on that. So second from the outer, I'm going to go with that because this does have to come back. This is going to come back to there. So that seems to give me good travel. I think that'll go all the way to the, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have to attach those. You know, I have to plug it in to see where it's going to go first. So, all right, let's flip to our regular view there. Same deal with these. I'm going to put these two on here. Just going to reach over here. Let's get this in place. There it is. Snap that in. Yeah, that's probably not going to, I'll probably have to tighten those actually. Let's do that. Tighten those up a bit. Yeah, because they're going to, again, you're not going to know till you power this whole thing up. Let's see. We're not going to know any of that stuff. So let's do this. Let's get that. I think I got that on too tight again. Yep, there we go. Get it in the center of the ball. Twist it. Make sure it's working. Same thing with this one. Let's go second hole. Get that right there. I'm reaching here a little bit. There we go. We'll get that in place. Get that. That's about, here, I'll probably have to come in on that a little bit. Again, you got to adjust these after you get it all plugged in. So a lot of times FMS has been putting these on the airplanes already, but this one they didn't. So, but not a big deal. That is it, guys. That's what we got. So drop tanks. Let's see. Does this have a dihedral to it? It looks like it does. So it's looking like, yeah, this one's probably going to go in here. Let's see. Yep. Slide those on. Those are supposed to go in there, I think. Yep, slide those back. Same thing with this one. That's just going to go on, slide in place, and we're pretty much done. All we got to do now is plug it in, receiver, battery, all that. And there we go. That is your FMS SABRE jet. So very cool, guys. I'm impressed. The assembly of this is so simple. Just a piece of cake. So there's a couple antennas here. There is a pitot tube, which is going to go right on this wingtip, which I can show you here. I don't know if I can get to that. Here, let's go inverted. Let's roll it inverted here. And then let's plug it in and get this thing ready to go. Because I want to get this thing out to fly it. This is really slick. Let's get that down there. And then here, I'll take the pitot, go right here, which I'm probably going to unscrew because I'm going to break it off, probably showing you guys this. This is going to go right here. It's got threads. Screw it on. So, like I said, if I leave this on here right now, it's probably going to, I'm going to break it off. And then let me see if I can go to the upper view, and I'm not sure where I left that at. Let's see, I'm sort of on the side here, but let's see where, no, let's go this way. Let me angle this a little bit, like this. And here's your slot for your lower antenna. So, might be a radio antenna, might be like an ILS antenna or something. And I'm pretty sure, oh, that's weird, it doesn't go that way, does it? No, that looks bizarre. I can't go that way. Heck no, it's got to be streamlined, yeah. So you pop that on, there you go, and that's in place. So you can remove that fin, because if you have that thing, you know, if you want to store this in your car, that's not going to work. You're going to break that off. So now, just for demo purposes, I'm going to pop this off. And this is where you can damage your plane by slipping. Put your hand or something in front of this when you slide this forward. And try not to get that to, I don't know if I can get that off. So we can lift that up. There we go. This is where you can really tear up your plane if you don't pull that off right, which I've done many times before. I'm going to unscrew the pitot, just because we're going to maneuver the plane a little bit right now, and I don't want to tear that thing off just yet. I'm sure I'll break it off before I even get to the flying field. So, and then there you go, guys. That is it. Now, since we're going to wire this up, I'm taking these off. And again, this is where you can scratch up your plane again, put something in front of it, your hand or something. I'm going to put my hand right here, slide this forward, again, so it doesn't go sliding forward and you tear up your airplane, because you can scrape up your foam and everything. And now we're going to plug this in, but this is slick. Wow, very awesome. All right, let's see. Any questions up until now, folks? Because I want to get this thing plugged in and going. I want to get the receiver in there. Let's try that out and get that up and going. But I'm impressed. This is very cool. A nice job on this. FMS has done just an awesome job on this thing. This is incredible. Very nice, very nice. So what do we got for comments? Let's see. Let's see. Radar not looking good, Wes. That's right. Hey, Rich, I wish I was RCing today, about to hop on the county bus and fly back to HQ. All right, that's Scott Will. Let's see what we got. All right, 41 guys here. Good show so far. Let's plug this in and get it rocking and rolling here. I'm going to put this kind of right here where you guys can hopefully see this well. I'm going to pop the top off. Gotta love this thing, man. This is a nice latch button. That's very cool how they did that. Let me see what I got for receivers. I've got some 7-channel stuff. This thing has a satellite. I'm not sure that I need that. So what I might do, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got an 8-channel here that I think I'm going to use. We'll put that in there. Let me grab, let me go to our top view here, and we'll get on in here. So let's see what we got. Let me grab my cutters, which should be in here. Grab a pair of flush cutters. There's a little zip tie here. I'm going to pop that off, just get rid of that. And get all our wires out here. And I don't know what that wire's doing sitting there. We'll see. But let's get everything plugged in. Looks like everything's arranged pretty nicely here. I don't know what that is. It looks like a landing gear channel. Or a, could be a retract, not a retract, but could be a gear door, I think. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let me try to plug this all. Let's grab, oh, that Velcroed right away. All right, let's see. Probably don't even need this many channels. I think the flaps are hooked in with the speed brake, I think is what they did. Yeah, flap and speed brake are probably harnessed, I think is what they did. And you can split those up. So let's do this. Let's fly this thing. Let's set this up with, let's go the flaps into flaps. I'm going to stick this in aux 1. Make sure I got the right way that this goes. Signal. Let's go aux 1, which is the third one. Let's do that. Let's take elevator. Plug that into the elevator channel. Let's do that here. Elevator. It's good. Aileron. Aileron. Let's get that in there. Here it is. Gear. Where's the gear? Gear goes right there. Okay, looks like they only got a couple channels. Let's see what we got. Let's go rudder. I'll get the rudder in there. You probably don't even need this many channels, but I think I'm going to make the speed brake a separate one. So probably need 7 to do this with. Let's see. So that's 5. Let's see, 6. Let's put throttle in there. And that should be it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, plugging that in. I don't know if you need to. Here, let's look at something real fast just for kicks. Speed brake is hooked up with the flaps, I think. And here's all your recommended holes. They put everything on the outside except for the flaps. So the flaps are on the second inner one, which is I think that's where I put them. But everything shows outer hole. I don't know if I agree with that because I'd rather have them inner and then, you know, increase the motion of the arm and get some better resolution or whatever. All right, let's do this, and better torque, of course. Let's see, let's plug that all in. All right, and let's get my radio. Oh, the radio. Oh, the cat's asleep back there. All right, look, there's a cat right here sleeping. So, oh yeah, she crashed behind the airplane back there. That's funny as heck. All right, let's see. All right, so we got the radio. Let me turn this on. No, I don't need to turn that on. I got it all programmed in there, ready to go, or at least the model memory for it. So let's do this. Let me grab a bind plug, which I think I have somewhere in here. I'm not seeing that. Oh, here's one. So I'm going to grab a bind plug, stick that in the bind port right there. And I'm going to grab a battery. Let's go with this. Let's do this. Let's start off small. We'll just go with a 4050C pack here. Plug this in. All right, we got that. We'll back away from that. We can see the flashing light. I'm going to take the radio. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, I'm going to move it away. All right, it did a bind. Sweet. All right, excellent. So we are good to go. Let's see. I think, I don't know what my speed brakes are doing there, but let's try to pull this out. Pull up my bind plug. There it is. All right, everything else is in there. All right, let's see what we got. This is, I'm going to strap this down. Let me lift this up. Let's strap our battery down. I should have done that probably to start, but let's see. So far the bind seems to go well. Slide this under here. This actually does have some Velcro, doesn't it? I don't have Velcro on most of my batteries, but I got it on some. So just a 4000 Spectrum. Pretty simple stuff. There it is. We'll stick that back in there. And let me just pop that down into place. Let me see if this will all fit in here. If I get that down into place. No, is that going to go in there? Something's blocking me here. Let's see. Oh, that might be a tall strap. Here, let's do this. Let me pop this. Actually, that might be what's stopping it. I'm not sure. Got to get the actual buckle on the side, sort of. There we go. That might be stopping it, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I think you could always carve some of this out, but there is actually quite a bit of it already carved out. Yeah, that went in nice. You know, let's go back to here, and let's see what we got for landing gear. Let's see if we can get. Okay, speed brakes were popping out on me. That's what was going on because they're already connected to the flaps, so those are under a little bit of binding going on there. Let's stick this right here, and let's see. There we go. There's our landing gear. Let's try our gear. See if that works. All right, let's cycle it. And there we go. Wow, look at that. Nice. Nice over-center mechanism there. They use the same mechanical retract over-center mechanism that they used on the Tiger Cat for this thing. So it's pretty neat how they did that. It's very, very cool. Wow, this is nice. So the switches, down for down, up for up. Actually, they have it correct. So that nose gear takes a little bit of time. Wow, that articulates fantastic. Excellent. Let's try our flaps out. No, flaps are not set up. Let me go into the menu here. See if I can go to that here. See if I get our flap system set up. I already went and kind of activated that. I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to flip the switch. Let's see what we got. Let's go up, and we're going to adjust these. Now let's go here. Let's check the speed. Let's go to 2 seconds. There we go. Go back up here to flap. There we go. We'll adjust that to get them to come down. So as I'm doing that, I'm not sure, you probably can't see that. I'm trying to do this without dinging the rudder. But as I do that, the flaps are starting to come down. Here, let me swap the view here so y'all can see that. As I'm doing this, the flaps are going up. Let me go down with them. Let's see. Going all the way down. It's probably going to go almost all the way to 100. Now, almost. That's 96. Let's go 95. There we go. Let's try that. Speed brakes are set up to come out. You can see the speed brakes are opening with the flaps. So they're set up on one channel. You can leave it that way. Every time you put the flaps out, you're going to have drag coming out from the speed brakes. You can split those up, put it on a separate switch if you want, the speed brakes. But we'll see. I'll go out and fly it and see what I think, see what's the best way to go with that. All right, looks like those are coming out pretty nice. Let me see if we've got our, I'm trying to see if our horns are pretty equal on both of these. I've got it at 95%, and that seems like that's pretty good. So I want to adjust the linkages here now that we're powered. This is where you don't want a stabilizer, or you want the stabilizer off, because that will skew, you know, well, not for the flaps specifically, but ailerons and everything else. So let me see, is that going in there pretty nice? It looks like that is. That's actually pretty good right there. I like the way that that one's set up. Second hole is what I got. Pop that in. Let's see how this one is. That one's a little tight because I remember I didn't turn this one in. I turned that one in a bit. So that one's probably under being bound up a little bit. Yeah, let me turn this one in a bit. And that looks like that should be about the right amount of flap travel. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's come out a little more. One more turn maybe. That looks about right. I'm just trying to see how level this is with everything else. And I'll look at it from the back too. This is just a first kind of adjustment to the whole thing, yeah. Get that in place. Yeah, there we go. So a little flap coming down. Let's go to the third position. Let's go 95. This is all I'm doing is going down to here on this to position 2, and I'm just turning that to get it to come down to full flaps. So you guys can see as I turn that, I'm getting more flap out of it. So that's about 50%. Again, there's a ballpark initial setting. In fact, I don't think I want that much. Hang on, we're going to leave that at 95. This is the takeoff setting I'm going to put in there. So just about that. Not a lot. Maybe that much. That's at 25%. There we go. And then 50 for full. So there you go. So that's what I got set up. And again, I'll look at the manual and see what that is. But that's about 10 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees as a takeoff setting roughly. You know, something like that. And then full flaps, 30, 45, something like that. Let's go a little more on that. Yeah, there we go. There we go, real nice. So those are working great. Again, landing gear's working well. Wow, that's slick. Very nice. Let's check those out, the compression on those. That's cool. Very nice. Nice. I want to break that. Oh yeah, a lot of compression. Very nice. Let's see that. Oh, wow, that mechanism's awesome. We'll take a close look at these. Let me just get a couple things kind of set up here. Very cool. I'd almost like to see a motor close those, just for grass op, so these aren't maybe getting snagged by grass, but we'll see, because they're a little, they stand up quite a bit. It shouldn't be a problem, but it's always nice to have doors that close. But I don't know how the real SABRE actually is, so we just have to kind of play that all by ear. Let's see. So I don't know if they went scale or just to make it work that way. So, but let's check the motion of everything. Now that we've got this, oh, I've got that door. Yeah, watch out. Don't break your door. Okay, so with that, I probably would be better with this stand for sure, because you see the door is hitting this thing a little bit. So just move it forward enough. Yeah, that works pretty good. All right, let's try that. So check our aileron movement, right, left, that's backwards. So let's check our elevator. That's correct. Rudder's correct. So really you just need to reverse the ailerons. So I'll just go into the menu. Let's see, go back to servo setup here. There it is. I'm just going to go to get rid of the travel, sub trim, reverse. So we're going to reverse the ailerons. There we go. Make sure our ailerons are now working the correct way. You can kind of see that one right, left. That's good. Those all seem to be working. Got good elevator control. Everything's working in the correct direction. So again, here's what I'll do is go to, let me go to dual rate and expo, and I'll go to aileron. There it is. Let's go to aileron. All right, now I'm going to assign a switch to these things. So let me get the aileron here. We all can see it like I normally do with this thing. And here's your aileron. You can kind of see right there. I'll try to do this where it's viewable. So aileron, I'm going to assign a switch. So boom, I'm going to hit that. And I'm going to put my aileron rate right here. So I assign it to F. Then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go 125 on the travel. Okay, then I'm going to go to the middle at 100. Bottom, throw in 70. This is how I've been doing it for decades. and set it up at that. Expo, I don't really use any. I may throw some in after I fly it, but got to see. But now we got 3 rates, lots of aileron. Okay, a little bit less, a little bit less. So for high, medium, and low speed flight. So we'll see if that's enough. You guys can probably comment if you guys have flown this. Tell me what you think. So what you guys have set in there. And normally I'll do the same thing with the elevator. Go to elevator. I will assign that to a switch right to here, and I'll flip the C switch because I like to be able to switch my elevator while I'm flying the airplane to a higher or lower rate. If it's too pitch sensitive the first time I take off, that's usually where I start with. Again, high rate switch position. I'll press that. I'll go to 125. I'll go to the middle, 100, bottom, 70. This is just, again, starting points that I use for most things. Most things work right here. Pretty good. So that's what we got. So elevator, we got high, medium, and low. And then I'll go to my rudder. Let's go to rudder. Rudder, I will usually throw in a no switch on that, but I usually will throw in about an expo of something like 30, because I like to have a smoother steering control at higher speeds and stuff. So that'll kind of dull, that should dull that out a little around the center. Just make it a little easier to steer, and it looks like everything's working right. So let's go back to our regular view. And one thing I do want to try is I want to try this other ERNST stand and see if that actually fits a little bit better. So let's see, I'm going to lift this up. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull this one down. Put this over here. See here. Manipulate that. So it's always harder doing this live, guys, but usually when I'm flying planes, I'm doing it live anyway. There's no video. There's no, yeah, actually that fits on there good. You can do this. Let's see. Yeah, your regular ERNST stand should fit on here pretty nice without dinging up your flaps. You just got to make sure they don't kind of go into that. Kind of see right here, you've got your thing right here. You want to make sure your flaps don't hit that holder. And then it fits nicely here. Besides, this is plastic anyway. So this is actually a good fit on here. I think I still prefer the bigger one, but for those of you who do have a regular stand, you know, a regular one of these things, you know, one of these ERNST stands, like I said, just make sure you're not dinging your flaps on the edge of this, because that can bite into it. Fronts don't worry about, but both of these stands work real well on this plane. Sometimes you got planes only one works, the Mega or the regular, but I think the Mega is really the better cradle for this one, but they both work without any harm to it. Let's see, let's get this around here. Let's stick this. This has to go far enough back because of that nose door, but actually that's a nice fit like that. That's very good. So elevator, there's our elevator. There's maximum rate on the elevator. That's 125% travel. And very important, ailerons, let's see those. Ailerons look nice. Flaps look good. Wow, right out of the box, this thing's beautiful. Very, very impressed. Very, very nice. Wow, I'm digging this. Let's check that gear, right side up. That nose gear is a thing of beauty. I'm gonna have to show you a close-up of that. Let's take a look at that. Wow, I gotta admit, that's something sweet. Very, very nice. Wow, that thing articulates the nose door and everything. Here, let's see. Let me get, let's do some close-ups of that, because that is something to be appreciated, that's for sure, how nice that is. So here is our nose gear. Let me see if I can zoom for everybody. That thing is nice. I love it when they use these types of, and there's your landing lights right there. Which again, I think on the full SABRE, they actually come out and point forward. But I don't know, I'm not a SABRE expert, but just check out how nice this nose gear is. I'll zoom in so everybody can kind of see how cool that is. It has a really nice sort of articulating mechanism here. So I'm trying not to knock over a plane there, but you can see the main gear unit is right here. It's driven by this over-center brace that comes here. So this actual over-center brace is what locks the gear in place, like a full-size, you know, landing gear. So this is rugged. This over-center brace, it goes a little over-center, locks the nose in, so you're not dependent upon, you know, just the plastic gear mechanism to hold this. And this is all aluminum. How nice this is. I mean, it's pretty slick. Let me back out just a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of how how nice this mechanism functions. But here, check it out. The main gear are just regular gear, of course, you know, but here, check out how nice this is. Let me hit, no, it's the wrong switch. You can see the over-center gear brace drives the gear down. This articulates nicely, the way that this double door works, and it closes right up. Let me try to flip that around without dropping it, hopefully. Let y'all see it from this side. I'm just going to hold it by hand here, and you all can see this. Look how nice that is. All articulates beautifully with this over-center brace. There's your nose wheel steering servo. Of course, you can see that. It's got a very nice set screw area with a little notch here, so you can get your 1.5 mm metric. Your door is driven by a servo right down here, so that's very nice. But look at this mechanism on this nose gear. Look at this. It's got all these springs in here, little wire mechanism that you can adjust by squeezing that or extending it, whatever you need to do to adjust the door, how it closes. But it's already set perfect from the factory. You got a bunch of E-rings right here. You want to put a little drop of foam tack on all of those so you don't lose them. Here, 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 here. And that'll secure your, same thing right here. You want one on this over-center brace too. Again, a little foam tack on there, a little contact cement to keep that all in place. But it's so nice, these mechanisms. This is, again, same nose gear as the F7F Tiger Cat. The F7F Tiger actually has 3 of those. The main gears are all like this. So here, let me cycle that one more time. You guys can see it from this angle because it's about the slickest thing out there. Very cool. Nice mechanism. That is to be appreciated. Fantastic. So I'll get that out one more time. Let's see how that works. Very cool. Very nice. And then your main gear, pretty simple stuff. It's pretty basic how that works. You've got this little lever, which either one pulls it down, it'll pull both doors down. There's one on both sides. You can see the one right there. So all that is the wheel touching that. These gears have great compression to them. Look at this thing. Lots and lots of compression. You can see it just goes all the way down in there. Very nice. And nice doublers. It's strong in the mount. I'm just wiggling it around. But you can see how nice this works here. I'll go ahead and cycle it for you nice up and close. See how well that works? Very cool. It closes those doors up. Nose gear is still running. It just was a longer run time. But here, let's get that out. Very cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, clevises for those. Right there. See a little clevis right there. But overall, guys, this is cool. This is really bad to the bone. I got to admit, they killed it with this. Let me get the stand out here. We don't need that. We got landing. We don't need no stinking stand. We've got landing gear. Let me see if I scratched my rudder here because I might have done that on the table there. Right on the end there. Let me see. But you got to be careful when these things are upside down. You can sometimes scrape that up. I might have done that, but that's okay. It's a little bit. It's probably going to take more abuse than that at the field anyway. So, but beautiful. Outstanding. Let me raise that up. And you guys can appreciate the beauty of this. Really cool landing lights in the front. I would have liked to have seen those extend because I think they extend downward on the full scale. You've got a light right here. You got a red one on the other side. Nothing on the bottom, but the tail ones are really cool. That should be good for orientation. There's 2 there. It looks like one is red maybe and one is white, I think. So that's pretty slick. Here, I'll zoom in on that. You guys can see how that does. Let me see, make sure I'm not going to knock this off the table. Let's lower this a little bit. Oops, sorry. Those are slick. Those are really slick. There you go. Look at those. Yep, those are bad. Very nice. I love having lights on models, especially cool ones like this. Yeah, it doesn't get too much better than that. I don't know if one's red, one's red, one's white, I think, but really cool. In fact, you know what I'm going to look up real quick? Let me see if I can throw this up on here. What do we got? How many guys we got watching? Down to 33, all right. Let's see what we got. Let me put, I'm going to throw up a website thing here. Let me slap that up there. Let me go, let me try to look. I've been meaning, I want to look at this, but let me see. I think the F-86 has retracting, let's see, back up, F-86 landing lights. Let's see how that looks. I don't know if that's going to pull up anything or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I saw a video of an RC that had one that retracted, so I'm thinking that that's probably what they do. That's an HSD Jets one. Let me see if I can go to, let me go to images. Let us see. Oh no, that's a SABRE. Oh, that means retractable gear lights. Yeah, see, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the SABRE's got for lights, I think. Yeah, see the lights in this picture right here? See how they retract down? That would be cool to see that. That looks like that's a Tomahawk SABRE, I think. Okay, let me close that, but let me go back to that other one. Here's another picture of them flush. But here, this is, I had it right there and I didn't click on it, and I should have. Here it is right here. There's your retractable lights. That's what they actually do on the full scale. So probably that was a little bit expensive of a mechanism. This is a Skymaster. Obviously it's going to have stuff like that. And of course it's going to bury the picture all the way down here. There it is right there. This is where I saw it before, I think. So yeah, it might have been this plane that I was looking at earlier where I saw that. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're flush mounted on this and it's cool, but in the real plane they extend. So because right now they're just right now they're just pointing sort of you know, at the ground sort of. So you know, which is kind of pointless. I guess that'll light up the ground before you touch down, but you're not going to see them that well. In the dusk you'll see them decently, I guess. But anyway, so that is that. Let me kill that and see if you guys got any questions. I mean, this went together really well. I didn't have any hiccups or snags, as you guys know. Actually, let me see. Do we got power? Yep, we got some fan power. So here's what I'm going to do, too. I'm going to go in here and activate my, let's go into the, let me go back off of this, get out of the rudder. I'm going to go into the throttle cut. And you got to be careful doing this. So you guys know, a lot of you guys know I already have my red guarded switch, or my red switch. That's what I use for my what is it? Let me switch that switch. This is what I use for my throttle cut on all my planes, so I always know it's in the same place. So now that I've assigned it to switch G, I'm going to take the number 2, make that white, make the other 2 black, and what it should be is it should be hot now when it's like this. And then I'm going to go back and it should be off. Should be off. And then when I flip it up here, it should be on, and it is. So that's my hot throttle, but also notice too, I'm not getting any throttle until I get like a quarter of the way up. That's just because it's not calibrated. So, you know, obviously all we're going to do for that is we're going to move this. I'll put it where y'all can see what I'm going to do with it here. Just going to calibrate the throttle. So if you guys have this, you know, no big deal. It's pretty easy to do. So just open your thing, canopy here. Let's just unplug the battery. And I'll mount this receiver in here later. So, and then what I'm going to do is back out of this menu. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add full throttle. Plane is off. Okay. I'm going to put the radio down for just a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And right before it gets to the programming mode, I'm going to pull my throttle back. There we go. Now the throttle should come on a little sooner. Yeah, see how it comes on with just a little touch of throttle. Now I've calibrated the full range, and we should have good thrust out of this thing. So, but we do want to set that up so we're not launching our plane off the table. I'll hit that switch and kill it so we're not flying away. I don't think F-86s have had afterburners. However, I might put a KMRC burner in this just for effect, because it'll probably look cool in here. So just to give it a little more light, and use that probably purple one. So. But yeah, this is nice. But it's set up here, guys, ready to go. Let me go to this top view real quick. Let me just put this all back in here the way I kind of had it. I'll secure this down in there. I'll set the antennas. Probably put one antenna right here. Probably put one right here. So this is perfect for a 2 antenna setup. It's ample space inside here to put whatever the heck you want. So you can put big batteries up here. I just put this 4,000 to start, but it looks like almost a lot of stuff will clear there. So. It does get a little tight, but not bad. I mean, it looks like stuff will fit in there. So you just get your flattest profile battery. I probably should have put this in sideways. It's actually thinner that way on its side. So, but man, this is impressive, guys. Real nice model from FMS. They're killing it over there. I want to see more airplanes like this from FMS. full-featured, retractable gear, flaps, you know, the whole deal. I love to see models like this. FMS seems to put a full-featured, you know, excuse me, flaps, gear, speed brakes, deluxe models like every once in a while. When they do it though, like this, it's pretty phenomenal what they end up making. They usually make a pretty stellar. So I guess having fewer planes that are top-notch like this are a good way to go, you know, so it's nice to see that. But I'd love to see them come up with more like this, because this really is slick. I mean, they really did a killer job on this. I'm just going to throw the details back on here, get the drop tanks back in position. Let's see, let's get that in there where it goes. It seems like when you slide these drop tanks on, if you kind of wiggle them side to side, they lock in better. If you just try to force them, you got to find the notch by going side to side, and that gets them in there a little bit better. So let's see, what did I do with my pitot tube? Probably lost it here. Let me see, where did I stick that thing? Because I was going to put that back on here. Let me see, did I throw that stuff up here? I probably lost it already. No, I put it in the tray, that's right. Always put it in the ERNST tray. Uh-oh, did I just lose? Oh no, hang on a sec, what did I just hit? Oh, hang on a sec, I might have lost you guys. Let me go back to here. Go back to computer. Let's see if that comes back on. All right, I got you guys back. I lost you for a second on my screen. It disappeared, but I think I tapped a button accidentally. Did you guys lose me or not? Yeah, F-86 was subsonic and no afterburner. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's Gary West was saying that. I'm pretty sure that it was. Full-scale SABRE doors, doors closed like a P-51. Cheers, Rich. That's from Gary West. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but they probably did that to save a little dollars on that. That's probably something we could modify or upgrade, but I would have wished they would have put a servo there, just because I like to get those doors, you know, away from the ground. And like Gary's saying, like the P-51, you see it parked there, the doors are hanging down. As soon as it starts up and the hydraulics go, you see those doors start to close. And that's so they're not scraping the grass or ground or something like that. Landing lights deploy down also with the gear down, yep, and retract when the gear comes up. It's interesting. Well, that picture we just saw actually showed a picture of the plane in flight with the gear, with the lights down. So I don't know, maybe they had theirs rigged on a separate switch on that or something. Who knows? But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you know better than me. I don't really know all the details. But here, where is that hole there? Where's that darn thing at? Oh no, is it in this one? I'm trying to put it where there's no hole. Let's stick that in there. Let's see. That's it, guys. That is the SABRE here. That is our F-86 SABRE jet with our pitot and everything. So I'm going to throw that on there. All right, guys, comment below. Let me know what you think. That is it. It is beautiful. You know what? I tell you, I love this logo down here. This is a cool, right here, this one. That's an awesome sticker on there, U.S. Air Force. That's very, very neat. I just like that logo. Nice panel lines. Look at that. Nice hatch covers. Yeah, they killed it with this thing. Dale Snodgrass, man, he was the man. He was the guy that I think did the, I'm not sure if it was him. There's a famous picture of an aircraft carrier, F-14, doing a flyby the carrier, and I think he got approval to do that. Like, that's not something that was just like a hot dog thing. He got approved to do it, but he was like below or right at the deck level when he did that. So, and actually, he did the flight of the F-14 and the F-7F Tiger Cat together. In a dissimilar aircraft formation, because the F-7F and the F-14 were dissimilar aircraft, but they were both twin-engine catch, which is cool. So where is it available, Rich? Yeah, directly, Gary, directly from FMS. But here's the thing. As soon as these came in, I think they had 50 of each color, and they sold out almost right away. And in fact, we put up, a post on, but we didn't have the airplane. We put up a post, and I think 6 of them sold in one day, just from our post. So we didn't have the plane, no videos were even out on it, I don't think, or they put out the initial. So they went very quickly. So they're supposed to be, Gary, available, I think they said December 29th. So somewhere around that time, like probably right before or after Christmas. If something happens earlier, I'll give you guys a little heads up to it. But I do have links below. Again, if you guys use my link and buy one, it supports us. We get a credit for doing that. A few bucks helps us, you know, on stuff. Plus, I also have a 5% discount code below for new release aircraft. If you new release aircraft, you save 5%. So you get it for like $475, I think is what it is. I think it's $500 now or something, $499. So you'll save 25 bucks. So not bad. And a lot of guys got that deal, which is good. So, and that's still there. So, but like I said, I think there's something like 50 or 60 more coming in the next shipment. Like that's like, you're not making a zillion of them right off the bat. So when you guys see it come in, get it, you know. And again, please use my link. It does support the channel. Let's see, work of art needs the weathered zinc chromate paint in the gear wells. Yeah, that's from Shadow Ops RC. Yeah, that would look good. I know they did that on the FMS Tiger Cat. I'm surprised they didn't kind of put that in here. Remember, everything they add makes it cost more money. So I tell you, I'm impressed with just the box, how they got all this stuff in that little box. But that's how they save. That's how they save on stuff. Is that a sticker flaw? No, that's how the sticker is. It looked almost like there was a little flaw in the sticker, but no, that's just how it is. Oh, I almost dropped it. But if you guys have any more questions, throw them out here. And if you guys want to see something, let me know. You know, if you guys want to look at something specific. And I really dig those speed brakes. Again, I don't know how necessary they are on this plane, but obviously they put them on there. Probably it's pretty clean. So probably slowing it down is probably sort of challenging. So I'd imagine that's where they are. Here, let me show you those a little bit better. There's your speed brakes there. Again, they're designed, they're Y harnessed in with the flaps for now. So again, I'm not sure if you want it doing that. I guess they fly it like that. It's probably fine. You get a lot of drag that way. So you can put them on a separate switch if you want, you know. And use them if you need them. So I'll probably try it both ways. I'll see stock how it works and see if we really need to do all that. Let's see, what do we got? Shadow Ops is saying, just something I would get on, what the heck is that? Here, hang on a second. I can't see that. Getting old, can't see that stuff. Just something I would add if I get one of these. It's the paint in the wheel wells. Yeah, and that, you know, that's also easy enough to do. Yeah, they should have done that, and they'll probably get that comment from this video, and I'll throw that, you know, I'll send that forward to them too, to zinc chromate the inside. They might just do it. You know, they always impress. Way back when I was doing all the product testing and stuff with FMS on a lot of this stuff, we would throw in stuff like that. Like me and Brandon Moon, we worked a lot on the Tiger Cat with FMS. And he came up with some scale details and asked him, could you guys add this before it goes into production? Sure enough, they did. So Brandon Moon had a good hand in the FMS Tiger Cat, along with the flying. I was handling like the mechanical stuff on the plane. He was handling the scale stuff because he's kind of a scale guru. And he came up with adding the engine louvers on the top of the engines. And he said, and he actually gave him I guess a radial engine design, which is the scale. He said, get rid of that plastic, because they had a Lexan engine detail in the radial engine, and it looked kind of cockeyed, you know. So he said, hey, why don't you put this? And they went ahead and did that. So they added some details that he suggested, and I handled getting the landing gear working right, because the landing gear wasn't working with the doors the way they are. So I put servos in them to work, and FMS copied my design, which is good. They used what I suggested, and it was all pretty good. So, but yeah, this is slick, guys. I got to admit, they got this right. I'm dying to fly it. Everybody's saying how good it flies, and you know, Sabres were supposed always awesome airplanes, you know, in the Korean War era. So really cool. So like I said, Shadow, I'll pass that on to FMS and tell them, hey, in futures, can you guys paint those? They might just do that because they're always big about improving stuff and making it better and stuff. So, but yeah. This is slick. I got to admit, I'm trying to not to roll that off the table there, but yeah, I tell you, the only thing I needed to reverse was the ailerons. I got to neutralize them still, and I'll do that. But right, left, up, down. I got to set up the elevators are kind of tweaked a little bit. I got to get those neutralized too. But the rudder and everything's working in the right direction. Everything except for the ailerons. That's all I needed. Flaps were an easy setup. So yeah, real impressive with this. Sky Blazers, baby. So, all right, guys, that's it. I think we've, what time is it right now? 4:32. So we've been at this for about 2.5 hours. This went together really well. Super impressive. Let me tap my screen there. See if I can get this a little bit better lined up. Let me see if I can adjust the the angle on this baby just a little bit. Let's see if we can go right a little bit. There we go. That's a perfect shot. All right, let me raise, let me back off just a little bit. Get that nose gear in there. So, all right, guys, you can get this, like I said, at a lot of places. In the USA, it got sold out, but you guys can get this if you're overseas at Turbines RC. Shadow Op saying she is a work of art. Yeah, it is really sweet. I tell you, I also want to get the Huff, you know, the one with the dragon. I think that one's super cool. I love having artwork, nose art, you know, half-naked chick on there or something, or dragon, or all that stuff is cool to have that kind of stuff. That characterizes the plane a little bit. This one's iconic because it's Star Blazer's air show, you know, paint scheme. So yeah, it's really cool. Let's see. Have a great day, weekend all. Thanks, Shadow. John Thomas, nice job, Rich. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Everybody, we had a pretty good turnout here. This is an awesome bird. I'm just real impressed with this. FMS has done it again. And they're getting better and better, man. They are getting better and better. I'm super impressed. MiG-15, just like Shadow said. Who else is here? This is a new name I hadn't heard. Let's see. What is this? A Roto Masher. How's it going? And who do we got? Gregorio Bazzano. Spectacular, yep. John Thomas. What does he say? Cringe every time I see ball link work done on today's EDF. The manufacturers need to look at heli hardware. You know, these ball links work fine. You don't need anything more than that. I mean, you can go with helicopter quality stuff, I guess, or higher end, but you don't need it on a plane. You just really don't. You know, and you can add your own ball links and stuff. It's just costs more. You know, and the more they put into hardware and stuff, the more expensive it gets. But FMS has, I think their hardware is real nice. I've never had any problems with their plasticky ball links. They're usually almost zero play. Maybe except for the Z-bend. But other than that, their ball links are awesome. So I again, no issues with them. I think they're a far cry better than the clevises they used to use for everything, you know. But I had said to them early on, hey, if you guys go to ball links, people want to see ball links, especially on like 3D style planes and pattern type ships and stuff. But they after I said that to them, they were like, yeah, we're just going to ball link everything. Some of the lesser, you know, less high-end or less retina detaching maneuver type planes, they still use clevises and they're fine, you know. But the ball links on this are awesome. I know I've heard people say negative about the ball links on FMS, but I like them. I just think they're personally. Sometimes they seem to be a little brittle, but no, I've never really had one fail on me or anything. You know, that's it. It's good. I'm down with it. Now I got to get some, let me get the foam tack. Yeah, the compression on this is nice. They really did a nice job with this. Love that nose gear. Good compression on that. That's going to be tough. Like I said, I can't wait to get this out to the RCinformer field and fly it some. It's going to be nice. So anyway, yeah, very cool, very cool. But this is really ready to go. Like I said, I just got to trim and tune everything. Get the control surfaces neutral. Get the rates and throws the way I think they ought to be. Let's see, ailerons. Yeah, that's lots of throws. So yeah, we're good. All right, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Again, there's some Christmas deals going on some of this stuff. Be looking for this coming soon. I'm going to get it out to the field, fly it, and bring you some videos on it ASAP once it starts raining and winding outside. And again, don't forget these two new sponsors. Like I said, right down here, SterlingKit and Medieval Brick. They got great aviation type stuff. They've got Christmas sales going on those two places too. So if you want to get something that's a good building project, something to do with kids, something that's a good display, I'm going to be displaying them around not only here, but at the RCinformer field at the building. So we're going to have display stuff out there along with a bunch of flight training stuff too. So it's going to be part of the whole deal. So all right, guys, thanks again for coming and watching. Check our links below. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And all of that kind of stuff that supports the channel. Also pass our videos around. Really appreciate all that. That's awesome. Let's see, what do we got? Remember, can't wait. Oh, what is that? Roto Masher. Can't wait for the flight videos. Yeah, like as soon as we can, we'll get it out there. And I'm off coming up in the next week or two, so I got lots of time off coming up, so we'll be getting out there and flying. So let's see, Adam Hampton's here. Hey, Rich, late for the party. Beautiful EDF. Yeah, hey, Adam, check this out. This is one you'll like. This is a good scale flyer. It assembled real easy. If you can go back, watch the video we just did, Adam. It's cool. This is a nice plane. It assembled real well. So yeah, I don't think I had a single glitch putting this together. I don't think anything did not fit well. I don't think I had a single thing that I had a problem with. It just, except for those middle screws maybe, but those little tight fit. But otherwise, not any issues with this thing. So, all right, guys, signing off. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I may be back on a live show before the end of the year too. We may do some more stuff. So Wesley and I might actually be out at the field doing some live stuff here maybe before the holidays and stuff. So before, during, and after, so we'll see. But FMS SABRE, check it out. It'll be around Christmas time, just right after Christmas. Be looking for the flight video that we're going to put out for you guys. Stay tuned because it's coming. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you all coming as always. See you guys next time.